Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lessons Learning and Readings with Larkin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you all. I want to start out today immediately with Spirit's message, and then we'll get working on this. I'm not sure why there's extra. Hold on a minute. I have this. Wait, guys, let me fix my profile for myself because I can't see your comment because it's set up as a dual image. Oh, no. All right, well, I'll just keep playing with it. I'm looking at myself twice. It's echoing twice. Let me see here. Hold on a second. See if I can get rid of one of these. All right. Well, looks like I'm stuck with this. It's echoing for me, so we will. Now you guys can't see me. Shoot. There I am. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So I don't know if you can see my stage, but I'm echoing terribly. So I'm going to turn my volume down here. I'm echoing for myself, and I hope that it's not echoing for all of you. For some reason, the screen is on like a double screen. So there's two of me, and I'm just trying to fix that. It's kind of weird. Oh, there we go. Yes, I got it. Yay. All right. Welcome. Now, I know I have all the stuff I normally do in the beginning, and we're going to get to that. But I want to start in first with Spirit's message today while it is fresh and really shining through me. And I just, for those of you who are new to this, I am Larkin. I'm a lifelong intuitive psychic medium. I do channeling. I do animal communication. For me, all of that is one, so it's not a lot of things. It's just innate, unified. Um, and I'm a mindset coach. I help people create manifestations and transformation and that sort of thing. So you'll hear a lot of what Spirit shares with you is going to always send you away with a lesson or instructions for you to do something as well, because they can utilize that through my mind with what I do. So, this puts the power into your hands. You guys will get some of that today as well. For those of you who don't know, when I started reading on Veronica's page, Spirit asked me to please make sure that along with readings, that I shared a lesson that they wanted to share with all of you that day, based on who was listening and who would be listening to the podcast, which I think is pretty cool. So I always take a few minutes and I honor that with them for helping make all this possible for us. I make sure that I share. Spirit knows who is here and they know what you guys need. So whatever message is going to be coming through is because they know who's going to be listening to this, and they can, through me during this hour, they can get to you. Okay. Overwhelmed. And I can relate to this because I'm going through this right now, which is why sometimes you'll find I'm late for podcasts. Just when you guys think you have everything sorted in your life and you have everything organized, life throws you curveballs and surprises, right? Set your own limits, guys. Light your candles and incense. Get your 2 or 3 drinks, 3 today. Get your crystals, your wind chimes, whatever it is you need to set the mood for yourself, okay? But Spirit wants me to talk to you for a moment about that today. Every obstacle is an opportunity, right? So when we think life is flowing the way we want it to, and then all of a sudden things become more difficult, understand that those seeming to be obstacles are actually opportunities for us to grow, to expand, to step into our power, to elevate our awareness. And so if you are listening to this on the replay, or if you are listening to the live with us, know that your spirit team, that means your spirit guide, your loved ones, your spirit teachers, your angels, your spiritual community is there with you. And your higher self, your consciousness is a part of that spirit team. Okay. They know what you need to hear, and they're a part of these messages. Okay. They all have a say in those messages. So keep that in mind. Um, so what is their message about overwhelm? What is what are they wanting to guide you with overwhelm? Okay. Well, I want to ask you, what's the first thing that happens when you get overwhelmed? You start doing things that are reactionary, right? You get frantic. You might have anxiety, or you might not be able to sleep at night, or you may work yourself to death and get exhausted, or you may just feel overwhelmed and then procrastinate and you don't get anything done, right? You may be late like I am because you've got too much on your plate. You may worry more. It may cause you to make decisions like changing or moving or changing relationships, or good or bad decisions. Maybe you start habits like, smoking or drinking, or you stop your workout routine, or you start eating poor. Whatever it is, understand that those obstacles are opportunities for you. Okay? Overwhelm, your feelings, your emotions, that spirit wants me to remind you, are signs. They're signposts. That's all they are. So your feelings and your emotions are not your reality. They are a response or a reaction to what you are interpreting that you are experiencing. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Spirit wants me to share this with you. Okay, your feelings, which are separate from emotions, but I'm going to use them together right now. Your feelings or emotions, Spirit wants you to know, are not the truth of your reality. They are the road signs and messengers for you. They are the signposts. And they are your response or reaction to your perceived reality. There's a huge difference. Okay. So when I come to do these readings, and I see you guys are already asking, uh, okay. So if you guys, first of all, if you guys aren't going to be nice on here, unkind, please leave. Um, you don't need to be here if you're going to be unkind and rude. If you don't like my podcast, go somewhere else. Okay. Um, you do not have to be here if you don't want to. Okay. This is for people that are not only wanting readings, at least my hour is for people that are not just here to ask for readings, but they're here to learn what spirit has to share, because every reading that I give today will have a message for those of you who are not getting that reading. Okay. And if you are going to come in with an attitude of being rude and nasty, please do not be, because you will not like my review. Okay. Um, I don't care if I have 2 people on here. I don't need 100 people on here. I'm not here to please your egos. I'm here to do what spirit has asked me to do. And if that means share a message before I get into readings, and if that means I'm gonna go where spirit tells me to do readings, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? I'm not here to please my ego either. So if you're complaining and not liking what I'm doing, I don't care, because I'm only here to do what spirit is asking me to do. I'm interpreting for spirit. Okay? Um, so anyway, that being said, I'll just tell you that about me right now. I don't mess around with this stuff. Okay, so back to concluding this lesson, because some of you need to hear this. What you have to do is find your still place, is find your power. Okay? When hurricane and that tornado starts spinning around you and you feel stressed, panicked, and overwhelmed, you need to find your still place. You need to find that stillness. Okay? And this is very, very important, because that's where your power is. That's where you're going to hear your intuitive voice. When you guys get readings today, you will find that your spirit team will not just give you answers, but they will show you what the right questions are. And they will give me the steps you need to take. Okay, they will give me the instructions you need to take, because you are a part of your spirit team, guys. And I know I say this every time I'm on here, but it's so important. Don't just go to people who are doing readings and wait your turn for a reading, all frantic. The reason I stall for the first few minutes and I speak to you and I share the lessons and I ask you to light your incense and get your drinks and your ambiance is to help slow your nervous system down and your mind and your heart rate. and just elevate your energy so your energy vibration can soar while your heart rate and your mind can slow down. Because if you are not in a place of receiving, it doesn't matter how good the information comes in or comes through for you won't receive it and you won't recognize what to do with it. Okay. So they can give me the greatest answers for you in the world, but if you're not in the right mindset and vibration to utilize that, you won't know what to do with it and you're not going to get results. Okay. You guys are a part of this and you have to do your part if you want the answers that you are on here seeking. If you want the outcome, I have people get on all the time. When will I get married? When will I find my soulmate? When will I have a baby? Okay, those are great questions, but they're not the right questions. The questions are not when is the soulmate coming, not when is the baby coming. The question is, what do you need to be doing to step into and shift into that reality? What are you not learning or not changing or not shifting to create that outcome that you're wanting to manifest? That is the question. Okay. So this is Spirit's little message to us today. I'm going to light my incense and say hi to you guys, and we'll get going on readings. Okay, here we go. This is our sandalwood today, guys, along with our candle. Please make sure to set your own ambiance. All right. And I apologize. I'm going to be getting on here 3 days a week again. But my horse had an eye emergency last Friday, which is why I was not able to get on. I had to run out to the vet trying to save her eye and her vision. She's an absolute angel, and that's 45 minutes away. So unfortunately, everything that day got fixed, and I had to run out there. Hope you all understand, but I will be getting on here more. As I've shared with many of you, I'm now caring for both of my parents. So they're across town. So I myself am overwhelmed right now. I'm having to shift my life. But we will get it sorted. Okay. So here's our incense. Keep that right here for you all. Let's say hi, and then we will get into readings. Veronica Johnson, Andrea, welcome. Lois Sanford, welcome. All is okay. Thank you. I just have to make some shifts here. Lucinda, welcome. Do you guys see my incense blowing across the screen? Carol Cahill, Maria Zubak, welcome. Tanya, Bernice, Claire, Emma. So great to see you guys. Jane Isabel, Perwinder. Let's see who else. Charlene, hello. Nessie, love that name. Tanya, welcome. Yes, thank them for their love and guidance. Absolutely. Okay. Maria Scorpio, that's okay. Stop trying to keep track. Stop measuring. You're just pushing away your manifestations when you do that. Andrea Reese, welcome. Krista Williamson. Let's see, did I miss anybody else? I see Perwinder. I keep wanting to say Periwinkle. Charlene, Charlotte, Susan Bolton, hello. Katie Newkirk, hello. Yay. All right. Krish Pillay, welcome, guys. All right. So, let's see if I got everybody. I want to say hi to everyone. Sharon Williamson, hello. Hi, Veronica. All right. A big shout out to Veronica for allowing us to even be here, guys, and helping us to be here. If it weren't for her putting us all together, we wouldn't even be here today. All right. So, I'm gonna star some of you guys. Hello, Kellyanne. Welcome. I probably did. I started scrolling up real fast. I couldn't log out of my other StreamYard account and get in, but it wouldn't let me log back into this for today. So I had a hard time. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna star these guys. You have Jasmine going, Tanya. Love it. I almost chose that today. That's great. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this on here and then we'll start doing readings. Hi, Michelle. Let's see. I just wanted you to know that I've learned so much from you. Most generous psychic medium that I have had the pleasure of talking with. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you're finding value in this. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. So, guys, just for those of you who've been asking me because I have not been answering my stuff on Facebook like I'm supposed to, I'm looking for this actually, someone to redo my things up for me. Obviously, I am. Um, but if you go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page, you will find I have posted the next Meet Your Spirit Guide event. It is absolutely free, and I only take 20 people for that. It is the 28th of March. That is a Saturday, and it's free, and it's 2 hours. You can get all the details into the top of my page. As you know, last time Facebook deleted my All About Spirit Guides that I did video I did for all 3 years ago, which I ask you to watch before you register for Meet Your Spirit Guides, which is where you learn all about how to validate your spirit guides, who and what they are, how to connect with you personally, and how to move forward in deepening your relationship. I am going to be doing that, and I will be posting that later tonight. That is also a free live event that will be done through StreamYard. I do recommend you watch that before registering for Meet Your Spirit Guides, just because Meet Your Spirit Guides gets pretty intense, and it's for those of you who really wanna learn to be able to connect consciously with your spirit guides on your own, okay? Doesn't mean you can't have readings from us. It just means to help build that connection and get the validation you need to know that they're there, okay, for yourself. So, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that so much. Okay, let's see here. Um, Maria Zubak, are you I hope I said that right. I'm a I'm American, so I feel like we always pronounce things incorrectly. Maria, are you on here with me? I love that photograph. It's a great picture of you. Hi, Julie. Welcome. I'm gonna start you guys. Let's see. Maria says, my last reading helped me so much to connect with my husband. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Maria. Hello. Thank you for being there. Thanks for the feedback. Uh, yes, yes, I got it, Lois. Thank you. Yay, I'm so excited, Lois. Okay. Maria is there. Good. Yes. Guys, also, because I'm watching spirit and listening in sense of spirit and looking at these, if I miss your comments, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I am gonna try to go back and start answering all the comments again after if I miss them. It was kind of hard. Okay. Um, let's see here. I see you, Maria. Okay, great. Great, Kellyanne. Awesome. I'm happy to see you. Okay, so but I'm just making sure I didn't miss any you said before. All right, good. All right, the laser treatment, my spider veins, they got darker after the laser treatment. I'm a bit afraid they will be lighter. Will it get better? Yes, I'm getting it will get better. But I do have a question for you as well. Um, and I think this is very important as well, guys. What they're coming in and saying, so when you guys ask a question and I talk to spirit, they will answer things in regards to that that will also serve and help other people. Maria, did you speak to those who did the treatment and ask them why that happened as well? Did you find that out? I find that with a lot of my mindset coaching clients that have um, that go to doctors or therapists and things like that, a lot of times they leave with unanswered questions and or they're afraid to ask. I even find that a lot of my coaching and reading clients, I'd say more so the women, um, sort of take their worries and concerns afterwards home with them instead of pursuing them. So I'm getting a strong and resound immediate yes, which I trust because it's that first answer you get that comes in that is accurate. However, I also, am encouraging you guys to make sure that you always go back to your medical practitioner or the person who is doing, is your consultant or doing a procedure on you. Go back and ask them any questions that you have, okay? Do not be do not be afraid, okay? So Maria, here's the thing. I don't know anything personally about spider van treatment, which is why intuitively my answer to you is yes. It will get lighter, it will get better. My answer to you is yes, it will be fine. Why it is dark and how long it stays that way, I don't know. I don't even know if that's normal. Um, so that's why as soon as Spirit said yes to me for you, they also said, please remind them, especially the women on ask. Ask whatever questions you have. Ask the people doing the procedures. Ask your medical practitioners. You know, don't hesitate or be embarrassed to ask. You might be Maria, but I know that so many of my clients and even students are, I find that are they don't. They don't ask the questions. And I think some of this is just us and how we are conditioned. And I think some of this is afraid of the answers, which in your case, I don't think is the case. Um, and in other cases, I think that sometimes we've had bad experience. I mean, unfortunately, as women, a lot of times we may think that we're having a good experience at a doctor, but we're really not being treated very well. And I'm not trying to victimize us by any means. I'm saying that we need to step up for ourselves and um, and ask because there is no stupid question. We are responsible for our bodies, and we need to ask. Okay. Um, let's see. I want to make sure nobody's responding to that. So, Maria, I hope that helps. I did get a resounding yes, but I also get that you um I'm asking for conversations with spirit. So if you see my head going, I'm searching different parts of my brain and I'm looking at different aspects of spirit that are showing me things. So that's why you see I'm not always looking right at you. Let's see. You know, hmm. So one of the things this is guiding me into though, Maria, is to be more voiceful. They're saying, I don't know if that's a word, voiceful for yourself. To ask questions, even if you think they're not maybe necessary, and to go right to the source and ask those questions, okay? Maria, let me know if you, let me know if that resonates with you and you hear what I'm saying, um, because this is really important. You're actually going into a phase this is, like, bigger than just your spider veins, Maria. This is another phase of you growing into I don't like yourself first because I think women are I think coaches are misusing put yourself first, and I think they're creating narcissistic behaviors with that. So I don't mean terms, but I will say you do need to be able to speak up for yourself and, you'll talk to them, good. You do need to speak up for yourself, and you are going into this kind of extends past your question. You're going into a phase of your life where you are gonna be growing stronger. And one of the thresholds of you stepping into becoming stronger and more confident in yourself, um, no matter what anybody says, you just believe in yourself and you trust yourself. This is actually a part of that. This is an opportunity that is actually a part of that. Okay, and again, I see you're going, you're worried. I'm 33 years old. Guys, stop with the age thing. Literally, stop with the age thing. Okay, they try to make you feel old from the time you're 25 on. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So what? So you're 33. So what? I'm 50. I'm just now starting to get little veins on my legs, and you know why? It was from decades of kickboxing with Marines, where they were pounding the bejeegers out of my legs. Okay, so what? So I'm 50 years old. So what? You're 33. So what? I'm not saying don't pay attention and be health conscious for your age. I'm saying don't allow the propaganda of age to make you feel old when you're not. You get it? Loneliness? Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. But but this is a challenge of the ego, of the mind. It really has nothing to do with the age. It really has nothing to do with age. Your ego will use external factors such as conditions of the body and age to make you feel that way. Okay, so this is probably why you asked about that today, and I said your reading is to other things. You know how I said in the beginning that you gotta ask the right questions? This is part of what I'm talking I'm gonna divert here because this is what spirit is showing me. Remember, guys, 95% of your mind is your subconscious. 95% of your mind you are unaware of. So the sadness and the loneliness and the pain and the loss that you are feeling is gonna process through the conditions of that 95% of your mind, Maria, that you are not aware of. The 5% of your mind that you're conscious of is the part that's speaking to me right now. It's the part that's asking for the reading. It's the part that's saying, "I'm sad, I'm lonely." Okay? It's interpreting for that subconscious. If you want to not feel, you know, I hate to say this, the idea that feeling pain, loss, and sadness is bad is wrong. We are we have this unrealistic expectation that we're supposed to be happy all the time. Okay? That's not true. All right? Um, so I'm gonna get to your other comments, but I want this is for you, Maria, and this is for everyone who's feeling pain, sadness, and loss. Guys, understand that we have this expectation, and it's in that 95% we're not aware of because we watch television and social media and everyone presenting themselves um, as though they're happy all okay? And the truth of the matter is that that's not realistic. It's really not. It's not realistic. Okay, so you're gonna be you're gonna be happy, joyful, and excited, enthusiastic, and feeling the emotions that you want, probably about maybe 40 to 50% of the time, okay? And then you're gonna be feeling, um, unhappy and frustrated, not about 40% of the time. And then you're gonna be feeling kind of in between, like you don't know, like you're trying to work something out, probably about 40%, okay? So let's shift the expectation that you have, Maria, first and foremost. It doesn't mean there's something wrong. If you feel sad, pain, and loss, yes, it's an indicator of things, but remember they're road signs. Those messages are road signs, okay? Do you understand that? Okay. This tells me that you're getting what I'm saying. Alright. Guys, this is for everybody. This is one of the reasons why I do mindset coaching, and I use the readings along in connection with all that. The mindset work and the readings actually go hand in hand because you are in physical human form right now. And so you have to be able to take radical responsibility for having a human mind and an ego, okay? There's nothing wrong with you if you feel sad, upset, depressed, lonely. It's just road signs that things need to shift or there's things you need to learn. And how we handle that and how long we stay in that place is what matters. We're all going to experience it because we're human, okay? It doesn't mean it's gonna last forever. Now, let's see. Your legs don't hurt now. Okay. Kellyanne said she had hers removed and they came back. They feel better. Your legs don't hurt now. Okay, that's good. Um, let's see. Let's look at this now. Then you said I also have an operation head. I need to remove the cyst inside my mouth. I also need to go have a colonoscopy because of blood in my stool. Okay, so you have a lot going on that causes that overwhelm that I was actually talking about in the beginning. And one of the things I love about spirit guides is the things I start sharing end up coming back, popping up with your comments later, which validates to me spirit does know who's on here. They are speaking to you guys, okay? So I'm gonna give you, based on I'm looking right now at what your angels and spirit guides and everything are wanting me to share with you. I'm gonna share, um, sort of process with you and what you need to do, and then I'm gonna share where and how that leads, okay? And guys, if this resonates with you, please go ahead and like this broadcast, like and follow Veronica's page, like and follow uh, my coaching and my psychic page if you want to, because it will bring more people to Veronica's page where they can find more of the readers and events that she has here, um, and they know they can get something out of this and get more help, okay? So, here's what I see, and I'm gonna give you the bigger picture, Maria. I hope you don't mind. The bigger picture of all of this is that this isn't just about the health concerns that you have or feeling sad and lost. This is about a phase in your life that is an opportunity for you to grow and expand. That's all this is. So, spirit, your spirit, I see um, three spirit guides around you right now, one behind you, one on either side of you. The two on either side of you are the ones you feel the strongest, that you notice the most, which is probably symbolic of the fact that the one is behind you. Okay. And they're really, really helping you through this. They're encouraging you to find your inner strength. You're going to be going through a phase, it looks like about um, 13 to 18 months of these physical challenges that cause the mental and emotional challenges. More dangerous, actually, are the mental and emotional aspects of this. Okay, just so you know, it is how you handle this. It is how you love yourself and your body. It is the fact that you need to ask any and every question you have to your medical professionals. If they are rude, if they don't give you answers, if they are snarky, doesn't matter. Don't let that stop you. It's your body. You're the one paying for it. They work for you. And this is something women need to understand. Okay. If they're not a good match for you, go find another one. Okay. Find the doctors and medical professionals that support, that resonate with you. If they are unkind or they make you uncomfortable, then perhaps that's not the right match for you. And the real of everything you're going through these next 13 to 18 months, what they're showing me, is about you learning to find your voice for yourself. Number one. Number two, it's about, and keep this in mind because it's going to help inspire you each time you need to stand up for yourself. It's actually about you finding your power and loving yourself and building confidence. Confidence does not come through sitting there and wishing for it and thinking about it. Confidence comes through action. Confidence comes through trusting your choices and following through. And that's what this phase is actually about. Forget about your age, guys. Stop measuring your age. Age is a made up number that we give for human beings because we've created this calendar of a clock. Outside of time and space, you are infinite and you are ageless. You are here temporarily. You were you before you were born, and you will be you after you leave this world. You have had countless lives. So don't get too hung up on this one. Okay. All right. I know. I got to cut myself off because I get going on and on and on and on. And all of you have these wonderful comments. I'm going to try to catch as many of them as I can. Okay. So I can move on here. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Hi, Davy Jones. You can always ask a question. Chloe Gregory, welcome. Michelle, Olivier, welcome. Let's see. Okay, I just want to make sure you're good. This resonates very much because the oral surgeon was going to operate with me. He was very friendly to me. His name was Rolf. He wasn't very kind to me. Okay, and again, I am absolutely not victimizing women, guys. I will not see myself as a victim. But I will tell you, as women, the nature of our personality, even if we think we're not to please, is we tend to lead towards pleasing. And we tend to accept things first, and then we go, wait a minute, later. Don't. Don't be that way. You're paying, they work for you. If they're rude to you and you don't like them and they make you uncomfortable, leave. Right? I mean, I've had women, some of the women doctors were way worse. I don't know why they think they can talk down to women, but they do. And if I have a doctor talk down to me, I'm out of there. I can't tell you how many times I've done it. If they walk in for the first time, like one of my doctors did, and they didn't even look at me, and they quick said their name and then started criticizing me, gone, gone. Uh, you need to feel comfortable with your doctor. And as you start to do that, Maria, you teach people how to treat you. The people that do not treat you to your standards will fade away. But this is the law of manifestation that my spirit guides want you to know, that your spirit guides want you to know. Mine do too. You have to set the standard. You hold the level, and then the universe delivers according. We are taught to live the opposite. That's intentional. We're taught to live the opposite. You are the powerful creator in your life, and you have to turn the tables. And it's hard to turn the tables, but once you've done it, it's natural. Okay? That is actually what all these physical difficulties are for you to learn. Okay? I hope that helps. Mwah. Keep me posted, please. Keep me posted. All right. Um, let's see here. Let me scroll back up here. Thank you, Maria. Guys, I'm gonna try to get as many people as possible. I'm gonna stay on a little extra today. Um, let's see. I'm glad the reading helped you, Maria. I'm so grateful. Let's see. Um, yep, Julianne, you're signed up. That's right. I feel a crazy week. I haven't confirmed anybody yet. That's why I'm working to get an assistant. I definitely need help. Sit down. Oh, all right. My house is overflowing with rescue cats, and my horses are an hour away here. Okay. Yay, Kelly, I'm so excited. All right. Let me scroll up here, guys, where Spirit wants me to. I'm going to try to get back to your comments. Um, good afternoon. Hold on one second. Um, Krista Williamson, are you still there? Krista Williamson, are you still there? Let me know if you're still there. Um, Maria, I know we did talk about this. Maria Scorpio, yes. Yes. See you getting a job. I think last time we spoke, I said I saw 3 options. But here's also the thing that came through for you last time, Maria. I'm going to remind you of. You've got to stop keeping track. Stop keeping track. Okay. Um, so the reason I say this, guys, you know, spirit guides are kind of cool right now because they know how many times I say this. When you keep track and you're monitoring your age, oh my God, I'm 35, now I'm 36, I got 6 months until I'm 37. Who cares? Ah, because you go focus it. So every time you focus on a self-limiting belief, you create more resistance to what you're trying to manifest. That's why endowments and they encourage you to let go of want and desire. Because as Abraham Hicks says, every subject is two subjects. So the more you want something, the more resistance there is to it. All right. You have to throw it out in the universe with gratitude as though it has already happened, without the energy and franticness of what you want, without the hanging on. Because when you try to hang on to water, what happens? It just seeps from your fingers, right? So when you hold your hands in the like this, you let water flow over you. You get whatever brings to you. But when you try to grab the water, it moves away. So, you know, you really have to stop honing in on when will I get a job? It's been this many months. I haven't gotten a job yet. You need to focus on the abundance you do have, the opportunities that are coming this way. And if I remember last time, Maria, what also came through to you, and I'm not sure if you're doing it or not, but spirit guides are showing me the exact same thing, which tells me you're not doing it yet. You haven't made the shift. You have to make the energetic and mindset shift. And you have to take opportunities that are given to you, even if they're not the ones you think you want, because then that 95% of your mind you're unaware of says, hey, I have this security. I'm worthy of this. I have this position. And as soon as you do that, you've upped your notch, Maria. You get that? You up the notch. And so then the energy relaxes of the lack because when you want something, the energy that goes out says you are lacking it or you wouldn't want it. And the more you think you need it, the worse that resistance is, which is what prevents it from coming into your life. So don't snub away things that are already there. Take the opportunity, learn to relax, focus on that. What you want, Maria, is going to surprise you. It's not going to be something you can measure. It's going to come in with surprise. Okay? So allow for that. Get the art of allowing from Abraham Hicks. Listen to some Dr. Wayne Dyer. Shift that mindset because the things you're looking for and the limitations, Maria, that you are creating are actually lowering your frequency below the max of what it is you're wanting, which is why you're still waiting, okay? And you've been to 14 interviews. That's fine. Let it be 30. If your subconscious mind is saying, "I've been to 14 interviews and no catch," oh my god, that's exactly what your ego wants, because your ego wants you to stay where you are, in panic mode, alright? And your ego's bad, your ego just wants to be in control. As soon as you're like, "Hey, I've got 14 down, I'm 14 interviews closer to the job I want," that's the attitude that you need to be having, and your spirit guide is trying to tell you. They've been trying to twist that mindset for you. But only you can do it. So they're doing it through me right now. It's not, "Oh, I did 14 interviews, no catch." That's the voice of our society today, sadly. The right attitude to manifest the job is, "Wow, 14 interviews down. That's 14 interviews closer to the job that's right for me." That's the attitude that lands you the job, not, "I've been to 14 and no catch." Okay, got it? Alright, try that. Let me know how it goes. Alright, um that was way up there. I didn't know if she's still on here. I should have checked that. Guys, I'm totally bouncing around today. I'm just following where spirit shows me. Um, let's see here. I'm looking to see if Crystal's here. Crystal! Alright, well, I got Crystal starred. She's not here. Um, I wanted to read for her mom, but she's not here yet. Alright, let me I've got a couple other ones starred. Uh, Maria says, "Thank you. You're the best, Miss Lou. I love you too. Mwah. But you gotta do it." See, guys, here's the thing. You gotta do it. Do what the spirit guides give me. You have to actually do your part. Okay, got it? I see you, David. Oh, Crystal is here. Oh, so let's see. I've got you starred. Um, hold on, I got a couple people start. Hi, Meg. Welcome from Canada. Hi, Tammy. I see you, Jackie. All right, let's get back to Crystal first. Crystal is here. Okay, great. All right, Crystal. Hold on a second. Let me see back to the souls that are here. Get her to come back. That's probably uh, okay. That's probably why everyone was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hold on." So, I'm doing side conversations, guys, with Spirit while I'm talking to you. So, while we were talking about these other things, um, Spirit's like, "Wait, hold on," and I'm going, "No, Crystal's not here. She hasn't answered." Okay, but you are here, so that's good. Alright, Crystal, let's see here. And I see you, Andrea. I've got you started about your okay? Alright. Haley wants her mom, okay. Let me make sure I got all the right souls connected here. We're doing Crystal first and her mom. Ah, so sometimes, guys, it's feeling, sometimes it's visual, I get, sometimes it's names or numbers, sometimes it's something auditory. The first thing I get, Crystal, Williamson Loza, with you for your mom is I just get this deep, loving, sentimental, um, caretaking energy, and it's so wonderful, and I see her like struggling with constant leg pain, need guidance to do on what to do next. Okay, so when I was asking Spirit to send your mom forward, and she was stepping forward because all the souls were like, "Wait, she's next." Um, it's very interesting because the first thing that came through was feeling and emotion, right? It was clairsentience, and it was of tenderness and nurturing and comfort and love. And then comment popped up, struggling with constant like need guidance on what to do. And so that feeling of love and nurturing, protection and care coming from your mom, that she's sending that all towards you. She has got this umbrella over you right now. Um, looks like this is a big day here on here for you guys. Uh, she's got this smoked blanket of love surrounding you. And although some will not regret being on the other side, Crystal, because they all choose to leave at just the right time, as your mom did, and they choose the time that they pass, and they when they get on the other side, they see the big pictures of why and all that. She still knows and feels and empathizes with how you wish that she was there to help and support you right now. So she and your angels and your spirit guides are trying to help to guide you to um, the right help and support. So what I'm seeing is that you need to be seeking, it looks like, because I'm asking how many, they said multiple. You need to be seeking like 3 different types of medical support for this. All right. So, uh, your regular doctor, you need to take that advice and that guidance. And remember, guys, I'm not a doctor. I feel like I have to say that on here when I'm doing medical stuff. But what spirit is sharing with me is you need to be working with your regular doctor on this. Hi, Geraldine, welcome. And you need to be working on your energy with this. So you need to be doing something to, here's energetically what they're showing me, okay? The pain in your legs, remember, okay, I'm gonna back up so you guys understand what spirit's trying to share here. For those of you who haven't heard me say this 1,000 times and you're new to me, spirit loves to remind through me, everyone, because I'm really into quantum physics. Guys, spirits, science and spirituality are not mutually exclusive. They are one and the same. They're connected. They're just different levels of perception that we humans have in our understandings, okay? And your leg pain comes from energy blockage. Remember, everything is energy first. Everything is energy. We're 99.999% energy. Hi, sunshine. So, since everything is energy, when we have experience, they're either to teach us something, to show us something we need to change in our physical form, because our physical form is actually 99.9% space. So what I'm being told is that your leg pain is actually coming from an energy blockage of things that you can shift and change. And what do the legs represent? Well, legs represent moving and walking and being independent and moving forward, right? Forward, backward, sideways, jumping, whatever. But the point is that your leg pain is representing an energy blockage for moving forward. And so one of the things you need to do, in addition to working with your doctor and perhaps finding a specialist to take care of what you need to for your leg pain, is also you need to work on clearing your energy blocks. And they start here. They're mental and emotional blocks. At 95% of your mind, I always talk about that spirit wants to communicate to you guys, because spirit wants to grow into awareness, and awareness is freedom of the mind. It's freedom of thought. Okay. And so, we talk about consciousness, everyone's seeking consciousness, but you can't seek consciousness physically. Consciousness is the eternal being that you are. And so when we talk about awareness, we talk about returning to that consciousness beyond the egoic self. The egoic self and your self-limiting beliefs and blocks are what creating the leg pain. So you also need to be doing true meditation, which I don't have time to get into today, but it's not, you can do guided meditation, but it's basically, if you get the power of now from Eckhart Tolle, and it's basically being conscious without thought. It's learning to get present. You can also do that through doing Tai Chi or yoga or Qigong. Okay, quiet walks in nature. Journal, Crystal. You guys all hear me say this all the time. Why? Because your spirit guides and angels want you to journal. Because when you journal, it helps create awareness by freeing you from the emotional baggage of thought, so you can get down to truth and awareness. Okay, which is what you need, because your legs are representing fear of moving forward. Now, Crystal, you might be saying, "I'm not afraid of moving forward, Larkin." You're wrong. I might be wrong, but Spirit's not. What your spirit guides tell me is true. So if they're telling you that and you're like, "That's not right," you're just not aware of it. Okay, so I'm not asking you to leave. I'm asking you to take the steps that Spirit is asking you to. Do some yoga or Tai Chi, walks in nature. Do some journaling and work closely with the doctor that you trust to take the steps you need to. Because the journaling, the time in nature, the meditation, the yoga and Tai Chi, which is a form of moving meditation, so is working silently in nature, that's actually all gonna work together as a package to help with your life, okay? Does this make sense? Alright, so let's see. Yes, yes, they say my pain is from FND, yep, which is trauma, and yes, there's the fear and I feel stuck, absolutely. So that just validates that your spirit guides know you. I don't know you, I don't know that, but I shared with you that they know that, okay? So yes, that comes from trauma, that fear of letting go and moving forward, and everything they gave me will help you with that. You guys will hear spirit come through me with that advice often, and the reason is because when we're in human form, it doesn't reduce your issue and the significance of what you need to do personally. It is because in human form, there are a few ways that we process and let go, and that we create that awareness and get past that subconscious mind. And they are connecting with nature, they are silence, they are learning to truly meditate, they are, that means like yoga and Tai Chi, journaling, but the bottom line is it's getting free of the mind, which is what Eckhart Tolle teaches in The Power of Now, okay? So, you have instructions from them. Follow them. It's one day at a time, it's one step at a time. Please come back either here or on my Larkin Psychic Medium page, which is going by down here. Like and follow that. I will be doing readings on both pages, like 3 or 4 days a week. I've just had a hard time getting that started because of my parents and my horses. I just had more on my plate. But please keep me posted. I care about you guys. And, if you have little questions here and there, I love to let your spirit guides follow up with that, okay? So, sending my love and your spirit guides with you, Crystal. And your mom, your mom's like, "Wait." Okay. Keep talking to her. Okay, she knows every fear and thought and doubt that you have, and she's there the same way. Um, yes, I know you cared for your mom. I know. And actually, we were getting to that because that was the other thing that came through with the nurturing and the care and the love. Okay. Um, that was actually the first thing that came through, but then your issues came up. So let's round it up and send you off with your mom by summarizing this, okay? Because she actually showed me that. That was actually the first thing that she showed me. And then I jumped into the instructions for your legs. But here's the thing. Um, what she's saying is you don't realize this, but you're caring of her. So every time, guys, we make a choice and we follow it up with an action, we are putting energy, karmic energy, in an energy bank of ourselves. Okay. Um, I care a lot. Guys, I see your messages and I'll get to you. I just want to I've got to finish up with Crystal first. So make sure you guys are listening to Crystal's reading because of those of you wanting a reading, there are messages and guidance in there for you too. Because the spirit knows who's on here. Okay? They're trying to reach all of you. I'm just going where spirit's guiding me as far as who I choose to read for. Um, you have put a lot of karma and love and energy that is going to flow back to you, Crystal, into that pot, into that energy bank in caring for your mom. You guys are connected, you're in the same spirit family, you have a very strong connection. She is able to help you now energetically in ways she would not have been able to while she was in this world. And the caring for her that you did will be coming back to you energetically in the care and help and healing that you receive in this process, okay? And I'm glad you reminded me of this because that's the first thing she showed me was you caring for her until the end. And so that energy of love and nurturing and caring between the 2 of you is so strong. And so let me leave you by reminding you that when I ask spirit, how do I share with people the form of their relationship once their loved ones have crossed back over into non-physical? Their answer to me was, tell them that your relationship has not ended, it has merely transformed. Your relationship has not ended, it has merely transformed. And it transforms quickly and easily for your mom on the other side. It's more difficult for you here in physical form. You have you struggle with it more. You miss her more. They don't miss us because they're right here still. They now have a broader perspective because the ego veil is gone, but your ego veil is still very strong. And so just know and trust that she's there. Keep talking to her, keep trusting her. Please do the writing and the Tai Chi and the yoga because the more you do that, the more she can intuitively get through to you. And you can start to have faith and confidence in that. Okay. All right. All my love to you, Crystal. I'm going to send you off with your mom. Thank you for joining me and letting me read for you today. And please keep me posted. Okay. Guys, don't forget you can like and follow my psychic medium page and my coaching page and keep me posted, okay, on how you all right. I'm gonna go back up here to uh, 1 second. I have something started to gosh, there's so many people that want to connect with, let's see, her son, brother, another mom. Okay, so hold on. Andrea Reese, are you still here? You're next on my um where they guided me. Andrea Reese, connect with your brother. Um, let's see, let me know if you're here, Andrea, please. You're welcome, Crystal. Guys, I see I'm trying to get to as many people as I can. Thank you for your patience, okay? Let's see. That's a good question, Kellyanne. How strong is the veil holding you back? That's the type of thing that in my Awakening Your Intuition program, we talk about during our masterminds. It's very powerful. So if you guys are interested in, you go to any of my pages, you'll see I have a free discovery call posted. Um, you guys can do that and see if you're a good match for my Awaken Your Intuition program. I can guide you in the right direction of where to get assistance. Because that's a whole other strong the ego veil holds us all back. But it's our opportunity, Kellyanne. So that's a really good question. I wish I could get to that right now. Um, let's see. You're there, Andrea. Great. Um, yeah, Maria, stop worrying about the age. I had cousins that had babies in their 50s, naturally, perfectly healthy. Yes, it's still the same. 2 kids, I still see it, and honestly, I know you feel old at 33. I was so ashamed when I turned 30. I felt so old, and now that I'm 50, I see how young 30 is. People healthily and happily have babies in their 40s. Do not let society tell you you are old. You've gotta let it go, Maria. It's part of the blocks you have moving forward. Okay? So let it go. You're fine. It really deeply feel that all the words make sense. Awesome. Mwah. Thank you. I'm so glad. Hi, Allison Plumley. Welcome. So let's see, Kellyanne. Or Andrea. I'm sorry, we're on Andrea and your mother right now here. All right, let's connect. Woo. Oh, he just reached out. He's showing me an image of him next to you. Hold on. Got a cat issue. Get off. Little bugger. Sorry, guys. So many cats running around. They keep causing problems while I'm trying to do readings. Okay. So he's facing me like you are. He immediately is like reaching his right hand out towards you and extending his hand, Andrea. Um, let's see here. Maria, if you want, you need to just find my Larkin Psychic Medium page. You see it down here? Like and follow that page and then private message me until I get a website up and going where you can just register for a reading. You just need to message me there for private readings, okay? And I'll get back to you. So he's reaching out. Wow, he's so happy and relieved that you are, Andrea, you are hearing him so well. Oh, bless him. Yes. So, okay. Move. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to walk the cats out. I have my stepdaughter's Siamese cat, and she is just wreaking havoc. So what I see is not only is he literally like reaching his hand out to you, open, offering you his I see that as symbolic for several things. Okay. Sounds great, Maria. Thank you. I see him, it's symbolic of your energy, of your partnership, of your friendship. It's him also saying, "Hey, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still your friend, your partner, your equal. We are friends in spirit. We are connected in spirit as well. And here we continue to walk through your life together." That's literally what, so this is very symbolic of that. And also to let you know firmly that he is there. Now, when he's in your energy field, Andrea, that's sometimes when you're really gonna think about it strongly or get emotional. And a lot of times we think, "Oh, we just think of them, and then we hope they show up when we think of them." But a lot of times it's actually the opposite, okay? And if you guys like this and this resonates with you, please like this live, so that more people can find Veronica's page because it'll help the algorithms of her page and all these amazing readers that she has, okay? She's got the best reader in the world right here. It's amazing. He is already getting through to you because you know he's trying to tell you. The first thing that all spirits try to tell you guys, and I know this doesn't sound exciting, Andrea, but the very most important thing when they're on the other side is to validate that he is there, like for real. Not just you hope he's there, not that you pray he's there, that you think you're hearing that he's there, but that he's actually validating that he's there. So just the fact that you showed up here, and remember I said spirit teams know who's here. Just the fact that you're here and you're able to say, he's trying to tell me something, okay? What he's trying to tell you first and foremost is he's still there. He can do everything you say. He is helping and assisting you. In addition to that, he wants you to know you are stronger and more powerful than you think, and that you have a much stronger connection than you think. He says you have such a strong spirit support surrounding you, and that if you even had a clue of a little bit of the spiritual support that you are receiving, you would be absolutely blown away. He also says he wants you to trust yourself more, um, even more deeply than you do. And he says, you know, you get on a roll with this. You know, like when he's trying to tell you something, you know that. But he wants you to learn to trust that more deeply. And he says in more detail. He says there's little aspects, like little details of things throughout the day, that if you had more confidence in what you were picking up on, signs and symbols and messages, that would be very helpful to you. And it's time for you to upgrade and step into that level, he says. He says you are intuitive, you are powerful, and in his eyes, Andrea, you are a goddess. Do you hear me? Do you know how beautiful that is? To him, you are a goddess, and in so many ways. And what it seems as though the most important thing is he is trying to help you, which I love because I am all about empowering you guys. It seems as though he sees you are on the edge of stepping into the next level of your power, which is gonna bring you what he shows me is more love, joy, peace, and abundance. More love, joy, peace, and abundance. But you have to step into that power first, okay? And in order to do that, you have to believe in yourself at a whole new level. You have to let go of the old version of you and step into a new version, okay? It is lovely, Geraldine, thank you. These are not things that Andrea doesn't know. These are things that Andrea needs validation for that her brother can now give her on the other side as well, okay? He says you always had that magical intuitive quality about you, but that it is ready to blossom now at a whole new level. You're actually embarking on a whole new phase of life. So in his passing, around that time element, there was also an aspect of you, Andrea, that needed to die, for lack of a better word, so you could emerge new. All right. Thank you, Maria. Um, and it's time to do that. Okay. And you can feel that. What he's showing me is you're going to feel that urge, that urging aspects to grow and expand. And it's going to, you're going to take new risks. You're going to step into versions of yourself that you wanted to be before. And his energy is right there to support that. Okay. He also says, um, when you are sitting alone contemplating, when you're going from place to place and you're having thoughts, conversations with him, he can hear you and he's there and he's responding to those things. So here's what I want you to do. When you think you get an answer from him or you think you get feedback from him, Andrea, you're to write it down. And then you're to ask for validation. Okay. So number one, write it down. Just train yourself to be able to communicate with him more, right? Because remember, your relationship hasn't ended, it's just transformed. So you have to learn to hear him now in another way. I'm asking him in side conversation, how does he get through to you the most? Crystal's mom gets through to her the most through feeling. That's the first the strongest way. He gets through to you auditorily and claircognizant a lot. He says, don't confuse your thoughts with mine. Don't confuse your thoughts with mine speaking to you. It really is me. Okay? Does that make sense? Um, let me know, Andrea, makes sense. Um, let's see. I'm asking if there's anything else here, and um, so I'm also seeing energy shifts, like area, Andrea, um, chest, heart, throat, head area. A lot of that is to the energy choices that you're making and chakra shifts. Okay, it also relates to um, physical and health related experiences. And what he's telling me is that um, he sees those things healing and resolving themselves as well, um, as you shift into this new version of you, right? It's like you're becoming the caterpillar into the butterfly yet again in a new phase of your life. Okay. Andrea, please keep me posted. You guys can either, meet me here on the readings, or if you want to join me for other readings and events, follow me on my Larkin Psychic Medium page. Just like and follow it so you don't miss anything, okay? Guys, don't forget, if you like this broadcast, please make sure you like it and you comment, because it'll help bring more people to Veronica's page to find her and all these other great readers, okay? All right. Let's see here. I'm going to screw up. I'm going to screw up here. I hope I don't. All right. I'm going to, you love my earrings, Geraldine. Thank you. I love them too. They remind me of the great spiral. Here, I'll show you. There's a great spiral of consciousness, and in the very center of source, And as consciousness becomes more and more sleep, it's out, it's like when you put a pebble in the water, it rings, right? This is also the pattern and shape of our inner white light, which is our source of being. And so when I saw these, I just had to get them to wear them for you guys. So I'm glad you like them. Awesome. All right. You're welcome, Andrea. You're so welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right. Staying on as long as I can, guys. I'm staying on a little longer today to try to get more people in here. I don't know who's still on here. Let's see. Thank you for letting me read for you, Andrea. All right. Now, as I'm trying to get to everyone, I'm just going where Spirit is asking me to right now. Just scroll back up into some of these mediumship readings right now. Let's see. Um, yes, Michelle, it's not so much a person meant for you, though. It's opportunities of people. And I'll try to come back to that if you're still there. Okay. Hold on, guys. There's a couple um mediumship readings I'm being guided to get to. Let's see. I see yours, Lois. I got yours starred for your dad. And hold on, there was another one I needed to get to up here too. Spirit doesn't want me to forget. I'm gonna ask if you guys are here just to make sure. Um, let's see. So I need to get to Terry and Claire, and then I need to get to you, Lois. Um, Terry, are you still there? Are you still there, Terry? Let me know if you're still there, please. Lots of mediumship going on today, guys. Um, Terry, let me know if you're there. I always ask if you guys are there. I didn't once today. I kind of reneged on that, didn't I? Spirit just gets me going. So if you guys see me bouncing around, it's like I'm ADHD. I, I'm bouncing around because I'm going back between my thoughts and what I'm telling you and where spirit is taking me. So you're seeing like me kind of channeling this spirit happening, and then you're seeing me come back and tell you through me what I'm doing. So if it seems like I'm two people and I'm kind of schizophrenic, that's why it seems that way. All right. I see you, Claire. I'm getting to you too. Um, Caroline, I see you. Caroline O'Malley. Just want to see if Terry's here first. Terry might have to log off. Okay. All right. Guys, I have you start. And I'm trying to get to as many people as I can here. Hold on. I have to get back up here. I love Kellyanne's questions. They're so great. Okay. All right. Let's do. I don't see. I see you there, Michelle. I'm just going in the order Spirit's taking me to, guys. It took me to Terry. Terry looks like not in here right now. Um, I am trying to get to everyone. Guys, if you don't get a reading from me today, scrolling up to the one they want to get to next year. Um, if you don't get a reading from me today, I will be on about 3 times next week. So follow my Larkin Psychic Medium page. You'll see when I go live. And Veronica is the best readers in here ever. So if you don't get a reading from me, don't forget Spirit knows who needs a reading. And uh, uh, hold on, just looking for this other one I had. They asked me to star. And so you will get your reading at just the right time because Spirit guides us to at least they guide me as to who I'm going to next. Um, darn it, where is it? I had the reading another mom. Wait a second. I thought it was. Ugh. Well, guys, I hope I didn't unstar it. Claire, was that you? Somebody else wanted to talk to their mom. I can't find my star. Okay, we did your brother, Andrea. Gonna unstar that, and yes, you'll get your paperwork done, Davy, you will. Just be very patient. Focus on it getting done. Let's see, Maggie from Canada. Shoot. All right, well, here we go. Um, we'll get to you, Claire. Kaylee, are you still there? Kaylee, let me know if you're there. You wanted to hear from your mom. I have got all these souls wanting to come through now. I see you're there, Claire. We'll get to you. I just want to see, Kaylee, are you there? Wow, way a while back. I started you. Let me know if you're there. I need to get to Lois and Claire. Kaylee Lewis, are you there? I'll keep you started in case you pop back in. Let me know, Kaylee, if you're here. Guys, I just want to check in first because, and Michelle, I did give you a quick answer to your question there as well. So, guys, if I pop in between longer readings and I answer your question, take that to heart. Hear what I'm saying. Um, okay. All right. I don't see Kaylee there. And Caroline's there. Lois is there. And Michelle's there. Okay. All right, guys. Try to get through as many as I can. All right, so let's do. I've got you starred, Patrick. All right, Caroline, grandmother. I've got you starred. All right, Claire. It was you and your mom. Okay. Yay! I thought that was you and your mom. All right. So you're welcome. I know you're still there. Awesome. All right, let's check in with this here. Let's see how she wants to come through first. Again, guys, sometimes it's names, numbers, sometimes it's visuals, sometimes it's feeling, like it was with Crystal's mom. Wow. Claire, your mom is so proud. So proud of you. And I hope that you can feel that. I hope you can feel that, Claire. I flooding feelings right now of being so proud of you and the person you are. And she's showing me that one of the things she's jumping right into, not just saying I'm here, but one of the things that she really wants for you is for you to recognize how beautiful and amazing you are and to be as proud of you yourself as she is. And it's not so much, um, she says you try so hard, Claire. In everything you do, you try so hard. It's not so much what you do as it is who you are, your character, your essence. And she wants you to remember that and stay more focused on that. Yes. She's showing me that she's having a lot she has a very special job on the other side. I don't know if you all are aware of this, but when souls cross back over, remember, you were on the other side before you were here. So it's not just about being born, dying, and going to the other side. That's not how it works. You're there and you leave there, come here. You really leave there. The majority of your stays in the physical. There's only a small part of you that comes to this world like love on, right? That part of you here. The rest, like the rest of my body, is still in the spirit world. But your mom, she's smiling, and I love her smile. It's like so joyful, right? She's like glowing, and she's like, I have a job on the other side, and I help and support souls in what they're doing and what they're learning and how they're connecting. And she loves it. She's so joyful, and she helps souls see and learn and recognize their value as it translates into their lives, into their physical lives. And the reason this is relevant, not all schools share with you what they're doing on the other side is jobs. They don't get paid money. It's not like we do here. But one of the reasons it's valuable is because she's doing that to you. She's sharing that with you. She's going to help you see your value. She says you came with a purpose. And Claire, do you feel that? Do you recognize that? Do you consciously think to yourself, okay, I really have a reason for being here? Because she wants you to feel that sense of purpose instead of feeling like you're just sort of floating. She says when she passed away, uh, wonderful, that's what my mom would do. That's amazing. All I know is what she's showing me, that's what she's showing me, okay? And I get chills when you say that, this validation from her. So when I'm sharing something and there's validation and the soul on the other side is, like, really excited and they're like, "Thank you. Oh my gosh, she's getting my message." They give me chills, and I just got chills, okay? She says that when she passed on, and there's a part of this that feels like it dies every time someone in our loved one passes on, but one of the things she's showing me is that there was an element of enthusiasm and purpose, and almost like you went from feeling like you were standing on solid ground to, like, trying to find your footing, and you were standing on a cloud. There was this whole level of, like, mental, emotional security and identity that you felt like died when she transitioned out of this world, and she wants you to refine your own footing. She's like, "There is footing to be found for you. There is footing for you to be found that's your own footing." And that showing is coming from your purpose. And she's saying this really confidently. She's saying this with great joy. And she's actually super excited for you, Claire. She says there's so many good, new, and amazing surprises that are coming your way that you're unaware of. And that as you learn and discover your purpose and your value and your meaning in this world, you're going to reclaim that footing. Okay? It's gonna slowly start to feel like that cloud is more solid, and you're gonna start to feel more sure-footed, and she says, you're gonna start to feel me as your biggest cheerleader. You're gonna start to feel and validate and see me as your biggest supporter and feel that, and she wants you to learn to differentiate between that energy of her your spirit guides and her so that you have that personal validation, alright? Um, do you notice and recognize that you wake up feeling a little different sometimes, or feeling like you wake up at odd times and recognizing that she's there with you in her dreams? That resonates good, okay. Because she wants you to know, Claire, that she is and you guys connect in the astral plane just about every night. The astral plane is between other realms, dimensions, and levels of the spirit and our physical plane here. It's where more sound sleep. It's where your souls really connect. So while your brain is occupied with filing things and sleeping, and your body is asleep, your consciousness runs free with your mom. And you guys talk and work out on this stuff. You have fun. She says you take walks in the field, you have picnics, you drink tea together, you go window shopping together. Uh, yes, there's all those things on the other side. She's showing me you guys go off and have fun together. She's showing me you guys taking one fun, long, wonderful walk on the beach and having in-depth, like, spiritual, deep, fun conversations. These are the things you're doing. You ask the questions when you're having these astral plane experiences with her, and you wake up with the answers. Now, you may not consciously know you wake up with the answers, but you are waking up with them, Claire, and you're utilizing them, and it's one of the reasons you're on here today to get this validation, okay? Here's something I wanna set you off with to help continue getting that validation from her, okay? Ask for validation, number 1. Number 2, don't overthink and question. When you think she's talking to you or she's responded to you, don't overthink it. The first answer or feeling the first answer, that means a visual, thought, feeling, evidence, thing that hits you in the head, thing you hear, that's her answer. Don't question it. Spirit out is outside of time and space. As soon as you start thinking about it, questioning it, then you're gonna, you know, you're gonna have self-doubt. To really connect with spirit, it's that first thing that comes in before your brain can interfere, before your ego can interrupt and say, "Oh, I don't know if that was Karen overthinking," and make stuff up. Okay, don't go with what you're making up. Go with what is the first thing, and that okay? Please keep me posted on your progress. Again, if you are interested in Meet Your Spirit Guides event, which also does help you connect with loved ones, please go like and follow my Powerful Choices is my coaching page, but if you wanna meet your spirit guide, validation that they're there, which will also help you connect with loved ones, um, please go like and follow my Larkin Psychic Medium page. I have pinned to the top the event. I only take 20 people for the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, and it's March 28th, and it's absolutely free. You have to register for it, so just go and follow the instructions, and then sometime in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna have an all about Spirit Guides event, absolutely free through StreamYard. That's a precursor to the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, okay? I want you guys to be empowered and to not just listen to a reading passively, but I want you to take the instructions Spirit is giving me to share with you and do something with it, okay? Awesome. Claire, I'm gonna set you up with your mom. Please let me know how it goes. Mwah. She's a beautiful soul. Thank you for letting me read for you, okay? I love that. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Maria. Thank you, Geraldine. Alright, guys, let's see here. I've got you guys starred, alright? I see you, Sunshine. I see you, Geraldine. I see you, Maria. Hold on. I wanna see Lois. Are you still here, Lois? I see you, Patrick and Caroline. Let's see if Lois is still here. Let me scroll down. I got you guys based on spirit shared. All right. Let's see here. Caroline. Hey. Lois is still there. Awesome. Okay. Um, let's see, Lois, are you wanting to connect with your mom? Let me know. Guys, I've been on here like an hour and a half. I need a quick run to the bathroom. Because I'm staying on longer than I do. And you're there, Pat. Yes. Lois, put in the comments again. What are your questions? Who do you want to connect with? I see you, Claire. I have you guys all starred. Patrick, Claire. 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 I just read Claire. See, my brain's going crazy. All right. Um, you're welcome, Claire. Please stay in contact. Guys, like and follow my psychic medium page because I'm gonna be on here 3 or 4 times a week, okay? Um, Lois, I'll be right back. Put the comments who and what you want again so I can get refocused. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. Guys, make sure you like and follow this so that more people can find Veronica. And while I'm quick running to the bathroom, um, put in the comments, I'd love to know what you're getting out of this, even that's not your reading. Like, what are you getting out of this that have come to readings for other people? Because Spirit knows who's on here, and they're talking to all of you, not just the people I'm reading for. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you guys for your patience. All right. So let's Lois, here you go. All right, here we go. Thank you guys for your patience. I get hungry, a little blood sugar sometimes. I've been doing this for like more than an hour or two. So bear with me. I'll probably go another half an hour, and then I'll let you know when I'll be doing other readings. I'll get on a couple more times this week if I didn't get you guys today, okay? All right. I wanted to connect with my dad if possible. I'm wondering who I'm with when I get the tingles for my prize. How fun! Oh my gosh. Oh, how fun is that? Okay. Thank you, bro. All right. I got you, Patrick and Caroline. I see you guys. Um, wow. So Lois, this is so interesting, and I'm really looking forward to having you in my Spirit Guides event. I think it's going to be really fun and interesting because the people that tend to come my way, like, aren't an accident, right? We cross paths with the right people at the right time for the right reasons, and I think that's really exciting. Um, and all of you guys are at different peaks of consciousness right now, so this is super cool because the questions you're asking about the readings actually lead to a lot of your growth, not just in other words, your readings, the readings that you guys are asking for have a lot more meaning than you think they do. You guys think you're asking about your loved ones and um, your, spirit guides and stuff, but actually, what's happening is you guys are getting more information and more guidance that's in reference to you because that's what spirit wants. Spirit wants to help and support you in your growth. So when you're actually answering these other questions, you're actually getting things in reference to you as well, whether you're aware of that or not. I don't know. Um, so okay, so your dad is not the one causing the tingling in your thighs. Here's what's actually happening. I asked him side conversation was actually going on. Um, Hi Natasha, welcome. What's actually going on with that has a different connection altogether, and it has to do with um, actually your chakras and um, other dimensional experiences. So I'm going to kind of answer these as two separate things, okay? Um, so when we get a physical sensation like tingles and things like that, um, welcome, Natasha. Sometimes it is because of energy and spirit and something trying to get our attention and all that stuff shifts in our energy and vibration um, from people or spirits or energies that we're connecting with. I'm going to be honest with you here. Sometimes it's not. Okay. Now, in this case with you, Lois, it is. But I'm just wanting to share with all of you that I have so many times people come to me, I've got ringing in my ears, I've got this, I've got that. I'm going to take a side message here and share with all of you. One of the reasons I decided to get on into meetings in big groups like this is because the new age and spiritual communities are as full of as much bullshit, excuse my language, as religion is. Okay. So, religion can be a guidance and a crutch for those of you wanting to pursue your um, spiritual path, which is really about conscious awakening. But unfortunately, the spiritual coaching and reading and new age and spiritualist communities, I'm not putting anybody down in particular. I'm just saying we have to be careful because there is full of as much BS as the religion is, doing it under pretense of, oh, we're not being religious, we're being spiritual. BS. You guys need to be the gatekeeper of all of this. And in my awakening intuition program, I cannot tell you in my coaching programs, I cannot tell you how many ridiculous things come across my ears from people being told or taught or convinced, or they've come across something. There are countless coaches and readers and spiritual practices. People come with all this ridiculousness. And here's the bottom line. I like to keep it really super pure, which is why I want to empower you guys. Because if you are following something or anyone, and you're believing and learning all these things, it's all going through your ego. It's all going through your head. Okay? It's not real or special or sacred or spiritual necessarily. What makes it spiritual and special is the soul part. Are you conscious of it? Are you aware? Are you connecting? Okay? I don't care if you're atheist. It doesn't make you any less spiritual. Sorry, atheists, but it doesn't. If you're a good-hearted, conscious person that is following the intuition of your soul, and you're just a science person, and you're like, well, because I'm a science person, I don't believe in anything spiritual, and I don't like religion, that doesn't make you less spiritual. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Spirituality is just simply about your connection to source and being conscious. That's all it is. So please do not be fooled or misled or misguided by all of these teachers and books and podcasts and new age things that are trying to teach you things. And people come to me with the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. And they're ego things. They're not spiritual things. They have nothing to do with God, soul, or spirit. So I'm saying this because the whole tingles on the thigh thing reminds me of all these physical things people come to me with. And they're like, oh, is it spirit? And most of the time, no, it's just your body. Does it have an energetic connection? Sure. Sure. It might be from stress. It might be from working too hard. It might be from not getting enough sleep. It might be the negativity of a certain energy, or someone being afraid to move forward, like the person we read for earlier today. But let's not make up pretend meanings for things that don't exist. We also have to remember we're human beings right now in physical form with an ego, and a brain, and a physical body. Sometimes stuff's going to happen. And yes, it starts with energy, but sometimes it's just your ears ringing because you've got, high blood pressure or ringing in your ears. And yes, there's an energetic component, but it doesn't have to have a deep spiritual meaning every time. Okay. So I want to get very clear about that because I'm on here partially because I don't like all the BS made up stuff that is floating around that makes our lives complicated, that actually stops people from, like you, from stepping into their power, making powerful choices, and creating healing and positive manifestations, which is exactly what they do. And they'll charge you tens of thousands of dollars to do it. Okay. So now I'll get off my soapbox. What's fun about you, Lois, is actually the tingles in your thighs right now. You are passing through a learning and challenging phase of your growth and evolution that matches. I don't know if you believe in past lives or not, but it passes through. It actually, it all has to do with energies. Yes. Awesome. It all has to do with an energy phase you're passing through. That's something you've been trying to learn and overcome in various incarnations. Now, the thighs are interesting because they're actually they're connecting to nerves and tendons in your back and your hips, and your sciatic nerve. They have to do with energetically support and foundation of your movement through this life. Support and foundation, they're showing me, of movement through this life, which is interesting because that is also what is being shown as that part of the body, right? So obviously we start with our feet and then our ankles and we go our legs, our knees, our thighs, and all that. But it is your lower back and your thighs that are carrying that weight of your upper body and creates different foundations for how you move through life. What does that tell me? I'm asking your spirit guides separately. That tells me that you need to make some shifts in the foundation at which you are operating. You need to make some shifts um, in which you are operating. Kellyanne says, I love how you cut through the BS. Yeah, that's like all I do in everything in my life. It drives me nuts, Kellyanne. So I'm glad you appreciate it because for people with me every day, it drives them nuts. But we need to keep things pure and honest and conscious. And that's why you guys have to be the gatekeeper of your own life. And you've got to learn to identify your own intuition and trust yourself. You shouldn't be believing anybody else. Okay? You do appreciate it, Lois. Awesome. Eh, you guys should not be believing anyone, not even me, not even your own thoughts. You have to learn to trust your own intuition and to trust your own decisions, because otherwise you get sidewinded and pulled off track in your life, and that it doesn't need to happen. Okay. Um, I see you, Berlick. So your tingles are your body or your soul telling you and reminding you that you need to make a shift in the foundation of how you're operating. It doesn't mean, Lois, you're off track or you're wrong or any of that. It just means it's time in your life to make some shifts. Okay. Now, that means spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So, physically, you need to do some things that start relieving stress and tension in your lower body. All right. Um, that's what that means. Mentally and emotionally, you need to learn to relax and create some space. You are very focused, you're driven, you're a power pack of force. You have very strong intellect and focus. Now you need to balance that out with the energy of being. All right, Lois? I told you guys they give me instructions for people, so that's what they're doing. Now, let's connect in with your dad. He's actually standing there smiling right now. My lips are really dry, sorry. Um, he's smiling, nodding. Um, he's excited to see it. He says, it's never too late to grow and expand, Lois. It is never too late to grow and expand. And you have always been good at continuing to learn and expand and make curious and look into things. But now he's showing me it's time for you to also make a shift, and not just in following your path of curiosity, but to take some risks in your own self-expansion. Okay. Um, so now Lois, he's showing me an image of water and a boat. Did he like to go fishing, or did you go out on a boat with him or anything like that? Or is he using this symbolically? But because he's showing me like an open boat and a body of water, and he's showing me the two of you there together. He's showing me like an even current of things, and um like an open boat, open and expansion. And it doesn't look like it's on a sea. It looks like it's on a lake, like it's lake water. Um, and he's showing me this movement and going with the current. And he's right there with you. He's walking beside you. Do you spend time with him that you are aware of in the astral plane? You do spend time with him there. He does come and visit you. But are you aware of time that you spend there? Do you wake up feeling differently or having questions or feeling like either really more connected to him or feeling like you're missing him anymore? Let's see. No fishing may be symbolic, or I am looking to take trips away. Okay. Well, this is not about trips. They do sometimes show me trips that people are to take. This is actually him being present with you, um, showing me walking along the shoreline and getting in this boat and having this time with him in this boat. And so I'm asking him inside conversation, if this isn't something literal, what is he trying to show us with this? Um, so he's showing me the current is very strong in this. Um, you're not aware of being with. Well, spider bite. I love that name. Okay. So often when they come in and they share with us in the astral plane, we are often not aware that that is what they were doing. Hold on a second, please. Get in here, Greg. Um, we are often not aware that we've been in the astral plane with them. So here are ways that you will know. Um, you can go to bed at night, Lois, and ask him a question. Write it down, put it on your pillow, just toss it out there. Usually, when we've experienced somebody in the astral plane, if we come back kind of quickly, we're woken up, we remember it. Um, Oftentimes, but most of the time, we don't remember our experiences in the astral plane because we go there in our deep REM sleep. We usually go through other phases unless we're jerked awake before we wake up. Okay. So, hey, Julie. So, what I would suggest is start paying attention to how you feel in the either you're missing them more or you're missing less. Maybe you feel more satisfied, maybe you feel joyful, maybe you feel a longing for something. That is usually indicative of missing or enjoying an experience that we had with someone in the astral plane during our sleep that night. It can greatly affect how you wake up in the morning, um, or whenever you wake up from that sleep land, okay? You are spending time with him. He is spending time with you that way. And so when he's showing me that boat is symbolic of he is going on this current with you and a reminder to you to go. I'm trying to say this very carefully. Go with the flow, go with the current. That doesn't mean go with everyone else. It doesn't mean you can't go against the grain and be outside the box by any means. It simply means make sure that you're not fighting it upstream. Okay. So, for example, I've done over 25 years of martial arts. Okay. You don't you don't, safely get out of a fight or a battle or off the mat or whatever you're practicing with your opponent by trying to muscle them or force it. You do it by going with what's happening and giving into that energy so you can harness that power and turn it around into the direction that you need it to go. And that's what he's saying here. You know, get in that boat, you go with the flow, and then you use that current to your advantage. Okay? Okay. Good. Um, yeah, you need to do this. Awareness is the key. It's the key to all of it. What's gonna happen, he's showing me, Lois, because he's just saying, like, he's just having fun connecting with you now. He just he's like, "It's fun. It's so much fun to watch you question and wonder and wanna connect with him and to see what you do with the messages that he sends you that you don't even know are from him. You just think like they're your own thoughts or your own intuition. Um, your intuition will always match his and your spirit guides, right? Because your soul is part of your spirit team. So your soul is aware, your soul that's not here in your body, that's still your higher consciousness is aware of what is on the other side. So it's going to have the same wisdom and knowledge that he has and that your spirit guides have. Okay. And he says it's so much fun watching you to take action on those things. All right. He says, keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. But practice makes perfect. So if you want to refine your connection with your dad and get validation, start asking for it. Start setting your intention before you go to sleep. Start logging anything that you recognize when you wake up. And that will help you start to remember what you experience as well. Okay. I can't wait to see you and meet your spirit guys, Lois. Thank you for letting me connect with you, and do keep me posted on what's happening with your thighs. It looks like it's probably gonna take you several months if you want that to sort of change, but you really have to work on that, relaxation part and that using all those components that you were given, um, to relax mind, body, and soul, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually to help that tingling thighs, okay? That's fun. That was fun. All right. Oh, let's see here, guys. I'm gonna scroll up here. All right. Um, you always wake at 3 a.m. too, Gemma? Me too. I'm a night owl. All right. You love hearing messages from loved ones. I know, Caroline. Isn't it fun? All right, Caroline. Let's see. I see you, Patrick, Kelly, Caroline, Kellyanne, Gemma. All right. Sunshine, Geraldine. Oh my gosh. Maria. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to get to. Here we go. Caroline, are you still there? Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be slow. I'm going as fast as I can. Usually these are only an hour, and I've just been on extra today because I missed last week and I didn't get on a few times this week like I wanted to. Sharon Williams, you keep getting a strong pepperminty scent. Yes, my gum is peppermint, but it's just helping me not to cough. So my throat gets really dry and I have allergies, I cough, and I notice that if I choose this gum, it helps that. So yes, peppermint. All right, Caroline, you're next. I'll try to speed things up here, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, I went decades missing my exes, Maria. It's not worth it. Move on. Don't waste your time. I'm telling you. We women, guys. I see you, Caroline. Guys, I'm gonna say this to the women out there. Do not, I'm sorry, men, I don't mean to offend you, but you men are different. And um, you will waste your time differently than we do. We women waste our time pining over one person. Do not do it. Don't ever do it. I don't have many regrets in my life. One of my regrets is out of the namesake of loyalty and love and oh, they're my soulmate. I literally wasted decades um, on like focusing on one individual. Do not do it. Men are different. They operate differently. They function differently. They connect differently. They find love differently. If he is not in your life, Maria, he's not in your life. If he wanted to be with you and he'd be in your life, he's in your life. I mean, it's guys, men do what they want to do. Women don't. So you have to be very careful. It is very easy to let the decades go by and waste your life and let someone string you along because of indecision or whatever the case may be. Um, whatever the case is, don't waste your time. Okay. If they're supposed to be in your life, Maria, they'll be in your life. You can miss them all you want, but that is your ego keeping you bound. We confuse emotion with love. Do not do that. You can love someone, it doesn't mean they're the right person. Okay? Yeah, 9 years together, yeah, well, doesn't matter how long you've been together, let it go. If you want you're displacing the ideal relationship onto that person. Here, stop. Off. Nope, you off. Woo! Come here. Sorry, guys, I'm having more cat problems. This little bugger right here. This little bugger. He's a little bugger. Angelo. Um, so just don't do that. Don't displace your emotion and the feeling of being afraid you're going to lose someone. Don't take the vision of your whole love life and place it on one person. That's what women do. We tend to, we take our whole vision of a relationship in our life and we put it into one person and we make them fit and we think that's the person and it's not. So don't do that. Let him show you who he is. If that hasn't worked out now and you were together 9 years, that's not the guy. Not the guy. Do not waste your life away. I'm telling you right now. All right. Teresa, hi. All right. Um, you see the cat elementals? Awesome. All right. So true. Yes. Thank you, Maria. Now, act on it, my dear. Okay, sorry, Caroline. Let's see here. Your grandmother's just waiting patiently. It's okay. I see these comments and I have to jump in there, guys. Um, mm, yeah, learn from experience. Maria. Took me took me 40 years to figure that out. Okay. Hmm. Your grandma's very sweet, Caroline. Very sweet energy. I see you, bro. Look, I'm trying to get through everybody as fast as I can, guys, before my blood sugar gets so low that I have to go eat dinner. Okay. Oh, very sweet. She's very proud of you, Caroline. She says that she's okay. So for me to say she's always thinking of you too is not really the correct terminology because outside of space and time, she's present with you anyway. So it's not so much like we're sitting here thinking of them and missing them. They can actually be present with us. And she says she is present with you. Um, she says you are doing and creating beautiful things and that you're creating a beautiful life. And that's what she wanted for you. And she's very proud of you for that. She says, don't doubt yourself and your choices. Do not, she says, do not doubt yourself and your choices. You know your wisdom. She says, you know your wisdom. And she says, it is wisdom. It may not be life experience you'll have as you're older that's wisdom, but it's soul wisdom that she always saw in you. She says, let the spirit speak to you and guide you to your bliss. Now, this is interesting. Did your grandma, I mean, she's very, this is almost like a writing or a poem that she's sharing with me. Almost like she's trying to teach and share um, in a like a poetic or story like sense. And that's very unique. I don't normally have souls speak through me that way. That's super fun. Um, she says to keep following your bliss and whatever you do, whatever you do, first and foremost, keep your own personal connection to spirit. Keep your own personal connection to source because she's saying that's how you're not going to lose yourself. This shows me that she saw you as a sensitive and conscious soul that needed guardianship and protection from being misguided and misled and sort of having like what's the right word, from the beautiful vulnerability that comes with spirit wisdom. And that's something that she's continuing to do for you energetically. Okay. She says you can do that for yourself now, but initially that is something that she felt was part of her purpose here for you, was to create that safe bubble space. Because she's telling me there's a purity of heart that you have, Caroline, that many people lose from the time they're very small. And she says, you still have it. You still have that spark, and the world needs that spark. She doesn't want you to lose that. She's showing me one single rose. She's holding up one single rose. She's showing me the folding of a blanket. She's showing me tears, true and sincere, unconditional, heartfelt tears. And she wants you to know and to remember that each of us leave this world at just the right time. And she would have never gone before you were strong enough to handle that. She says, and this is interesting, we were both ready. And I asked her inside conversation, what do you mean by that? We were both ready. I'm getting such chills here. And she says, well, you were at the point where you were ready to go and stand on your own in a whole new way and shift into replacing some of the energy and the space here in this world as a person that she would be leaving when she left this world. So in not so many words, she's saying you actually, in many ways, energetically stepped into her shoes when she departed, and you were ready to do so. Likewise, we choose when we depart. And she said it may not have seemed so, but she chose to leave this world in perfect timing. And when you're on the other side, you too will see exactly why that timing was as it was. Okay. She's showing me an unconditional bond. You guys knew each other very strongly before you came into this world. And she says, you might not know because she explained that she's showing that she helped you in so many ways with through a lot of emotional difficulties growing up, just by giving you her unconditional love and support. But she says, here's what you may not, that you also helped her. You helped and gave her love and support and joy you can't possibly imagine. And she saw a lot of herself and her qualities in you, and a lot of qualities she felt she was lacking in you. And this takes me full circle back to the very first thing she said to me, which was, she is so proud of you. And do not doubt your decisions. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your worth or your choices, even if they don't go along with what everyone else thinks you should be doing. Okay? Um, you look after everybody. Okay. So one of the things that means though, Caroline, is that validates why she keeps saying don't doubt your choices and why you step into her shoes. When you say you look after everybody, that also indicates that you don't that people leaning on you, you don't necessarily feel that you have the same amount of people to lean on, right? Without her there, they lean on you. So know that you have everything you need, she says, to step into their shoes. But here's the other thing she wants you to know. Don't let them take advantage. So when she said you have qualities that she also didn't have, that you also have a greater ability to not let those around you take advantage. In other words, looking after everybody does not mean that you have to you have to let them take advantage. Make sense? Okay, true. Um, you might not have seen the weight that had on her, which is one of the things you helped her with, but she doesn't want you to have that weight. Looking after everybody doesn't mean they have to do what you say. It doesn't mean you can't just let them go off and make their mistakes. She says it doesn't mean that you are responsible for them. And it doesn't mean you should feel bad and guilty if they don't do what you think is the right thing or they don't follow your guidance or your help. She wants to remind you now that she's on the other side. Everyone has free will. Let them make their own choices. Do not overextend yourself to the point of where it is detrimental to you. She says if she were to do it again, she would share that looking after everyone truly means you are there for them to come to when they want and need you. But do not overextend yourself to go out of your way to do what they will not do for themselves. Yes? Okay, excellent. I'm going to leave you with her, Caroline, knowing and understanding that she is showing me a single rose as a symbol of your beauty and connection. She says there are, but understand that she's also holding this up as representative. She's actually showing me the two of you holding onto this rose together, facing each other as a beautiful symbolism. Okay? You might move forward to see in the next few days, weeks, or months that you see lots of roses, that you recognize and even see the symbol of two hands holding a rose. Okay? All right. Please keep me posted. Enhance your connection with her by continuing to trust what you receive from her, okay? I'm gonna send your grandmother with you, Caroline. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right. I'm gonna scroll up. Maria, I need to get to Patrick first if he's still there. I started him first, uh, but I want to quick say, guys, I'm gonna put this up there while I'm scrolling up here. For those of you that end up coming to my Meet Your Spirit Guides event, um, we will be talking about this as well. Um, and if you guys come to my All About Spirit Guides event, which will be before your Spirit Guides event, to ask about spirit guides, tell you all about spirit guides, before actually participating in the 3-hour Meet Your Spirit Guides event, where I teach you how to recognize your spirit guides and tell you how they're communicating with you and help you learn to connect with them more deeply, which you guys can find posted on my down here. You'll see my Larkin spiritual interpreter page. There is a way to register for that on there. I only take 20 people. It's free, but it's going to be March 28th. Is my grandmother my spirit guide? And she comes through to me. But if you've never met her, yes and no. There are people that say your loved ones are your spirit. I am saying a resounding no, and you'll learn about this when we talk about the All About Spirit Guides event I'll be having at StreamYard and the Meet Your Spirit Guides event. The reason to no, and you'll hear about this, like I said, more in depth on those programs, but it's a no because the spirit guides are assigned to you before birth and only you. They do not at any point reincarnate with you while you are incarnated in this world. They might in another life, but so you can have loved ones that have or have not been with you that can be um, guides to you. I see what you're saying you never met her. Um, and so that could be a little iffy. I'd have to look into that. Probably not. But it could be. If she was not here with you in this world, then she could actually be. And that's something I'd have to go more in depth and do a reading with you about. If you end up doing the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, we'll definitely find that out as well. But that's something I'd like to go more in depth about because that's kind of an in between question there. And that would actually be possible. Um, I would say typically it's not, but it can be if they were not incarnated with you at the same time you were here. Okay, it's a really good question. All right, Patrick, I know you've been waiting patiently, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going as fast as I can, so I appreciate your patience. I'm getting very hungry, so I'll probably only be on about 20 more minutes because I don't want to have a blood sugar attack from not eating. Okay. Let's see. I'd love to hear from my son or mom if possible. Thank you. Um, let's see, Patrick, if you're here still. I always like to make sure everybody's here beforehand. Hi, Dom. Welcome. I'm working on it, Maria and Geraldine. You're welcome, Caroline. Patrick, please let me know if you're still here. I'm so sorry. I knew you were waiting a while. Um, but like I said, guys, I can only go so fast. Free online readings are, you know, um, they're actually usually much shorter than the ones I give. I'm gonna see one more time if Patrick's here. Patrick, I'm so sorry. It looks like maybe you logged off already. I would love to read for you. Sorry about that. Okay. Looks like he's not on there. Just scroll up here. Let's see who I can get done in the next 20 minutes. Um, hold on, I've got somebody else starred up here. Just have to scroll up on my comments, guys. All right. All right. Um, let's see. Let's see. Watch Patrick. No, Kellyanne's still there. Okay, good. All right. All right, well, I think he's still there. We were commenting just a couple of minutes ago. Let me see here. That was 7:47. So be at. Uh, let me know, like I think you are. Uh, let's see here. All right. Hi, Khaleesi. Welcome. All right. I see you, Geraldine. All right, bro, are you still there? No. I'm gonna give you another minute here. Let me know if you're there, bro. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Guys, don't forget, if you like this, please make sure to like it so that more people can find Veronica's page and all of her amazing readers. If you want to connect with me further and find the Meet the Spirit Guides event and everything, go find my Larkin Psychic Medium page, please. And like and follow that. I'll be doing readings like 3 or 4 times a week. I've just been so busy with my parents and my horses. It's been a crazy fast month. All right. Let's see Berlic on. Let's go on to the next one. Trying to get to you guys. All right. Sorry, Berlic. All right. Scrolling up here, guys, because I have people from up here. Um, let's see. Let's see. Spider bite starred. All right. Here we go. We did Caroline. Hope I'm not missing anybody here. Got Lois. Just making sure I don't miss the ones I have up here. All right. Yay. I think I'm working my way down here. Okay. Patrick, unfortunately, is not here. Maria, are you still here? I think you are. Maria, are you still here? Good night, Caroline. You're welcome. Ah, oh no, Perlic's here. Okay, we'll get back to you, Perlic. Let me do Maria, and then we'll get back to you. Okay. Don't let me forget. Okay. Let's see here. Maria. Hmm, I see you, Maria. I'm so sorry, Maria. Let's see. Um, that's a different Maria. Ah, okay. So, like I was telling you guys before, there's a different energy and feeling for each and every soul that comes in. And some of them get me, numbers or names or symbols or visuals, someone having feelings. So I'm trying to move this over a little so I can sit back. I've been sitting here over 2 hours now. Now my back's starting to hurt. Okay. Um, there is a deep sense, Maria, from your husband of peace. Just this deep, deep sense of peace. And so I'm asking him inside conversation, what is that peace representing and who is it for? And he's showing me that it's not just for him, the feelings of peace that he has, but it is also for you, family. He says that he is very, very at peace, but a lot of that because he sees a bright and beautiful future for your family, full of love. I'm trying to find the right words. There are things that spirit says and shares and experiences that when we translate them, oftentimes they seem relatable. They're not. They're full of love. And it's because on the other side, your husband can see how perfect things are. He sees you all as still connected and doesn't experience in non-physical the sense of loss that we do. But he wants you to know that truly nothing is lost. He shares that the two of you planned this, and I don't believe everything is set in stone, guys. So I'm not going to even go there. I'm not going to say everything is set in stone, everything is predetermined. That is not true. Absolutely not true. Don't let people tell you. Do we have goals, intentions, and plans as souls? Yes. Do we come back with a purpose? Yes. Do we arrange a plan to meet with certain people? Yes. But because we have free will, all of those things can change. You, however, the two of you, he's showing me, you guys agreed to this. You agreed to coming and being together and then departing first. Okay. Sorry, I gotta move this back because I'm sitting here so long. I'm comfortable sitting here. Okay. Um, so you agreed to it, and he says that's okay because you probably won't remember it now. Um, well, okay. So happy to hear as well. But the feeling of peace, I mean, he's just got this calm, loving feeling of peace. It's just oozing, oozing. And first of all, that is the essence of who he is, where he is, and what he's experiencing right now. But it is also the peace that he sees coming forth for you. And he's showing you the number 3 and the number 4, and he's also showing me that I'm asking what those numbers, what did 3 and 4 represents. He says they actually represent several things. First and foremost, he says that there's gonna be um, oh, you're happy. Wonderful. Yes. That is good for us to know. It's one of the things he's concerned about. He's showing me a time span of 3 years from his departure for a major shift in your healing and how you feel, and I know that that sounds like a really long time, but it's not. He says it's actually, well, in spirit time, it's like this, but it actually goes by very quickly because there's a lot of learning and growth and healing that happens that is going to create character and strength, okay? And then he's showing me in year 4, sound is sound is terrible? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I hope it's not terrible for everybody. Spider bite, I'm sorry about that. Um, I'm not sure what I can do about that. I hope everybody else can hear okay. But thank you for letting me know. If there was something I could do about the sound, I would. Um, this year 4 he's showing me is good, Katie. Katie, I hope you join us again when we start back up next week with our mastermind meetings. Um, I've expanded it, the free part, because I have to take a break with my parents. So the year 4 is this bursting into new life, joy, and new possibilities and new beginnings, okay? And he's very excited for you about that. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why it's glitching. Everything should be fine. My internet here is fine. I'm not sure what's happening, but thank you for letting me know. Um, those of you that are saying you're having a hard time hearing, though, you guys, it all shows the little square next to you. Um, so it might be if you guys are listening on a cell phone. It's clear for you to go like so those of you that saying it's glitching, there's a little cell phone image next to you, so you might be listening on a cell phone. So it might be StreamYard or wherever you're from. Um, so Maria, I'm seeing a whole new beginning starting this year 4 after he's passing, um, for you and for your family. I'm actually seeing 3 very young energies. So they're like youth, uh, you're okay, connecting to YouTube on your cell phone, yeah, that's probably what it is. Um, so I'm seeing 3 youth energies, that's 3 young human energies. So that's 3 child energies, Maria, present, um, moving forward, and a brand new and bright future in a lot of areas of your life. And what's pertinent to that, Spirit likes to tell me, um, what it likes to tell me, like, where you are, and then it likes to tell me what it sees as most likely to happen. It doesn't mean it's set in stone. And then it likes to show me what you need to do for particular outcomes. And so I asked him, what does she need to do for that positive outcome that you're seeing that's giving you so much peace and that sees those 3 child energies? And what he's saying is that, uh, it's your capacity to heal. It's how you heal, okay? So, yes, 3 kids. So, the capacity to heal and move on, that means and he's saying this in particular, and this is just it's giving me chills, which means that he's confirming to me, yes, I'm translating for him what he wants me to. The capacity to heal in a healthy way means that you let go of the right things and you transmute the pain of what you feel is a loss into your own growth and liberation. That means you take what you had with your husband and you utilize it and you feed that future because he will be a part of that growth moving forward, right? His energy is a part of you. It's a part of your family moving forward. and it will be transmuted into what you create. So, guys, remember I said spirit knows who's watching, and what I'm reading for one person is a message for many of the rest of you. This is part of what that means. In other words, yes, you're trying to heal, and part of healing is refocusing, giving new meaning to the old that you must let go of, allowing the things that no longer serve you in the old to go forward. Okay? I'm glad you like this thing. Thank you. I'm glad you're relating to this because this, again, guys, don't just be thinking about when do I get a reading? When am I next? When you're listening to a reader, spirit knows your spirit team knows you're here. So it will give messages for those of you that are not getting that personalized reading. So don't sit there and twiddle your thumbs and just wait for your reading because you're getting personal information, okay? Yes, it's very hard, Marie. But guys, your husband is reminding me, Maria, to share with you that pain and sorrow, the feeling of loss, it's not something to be feared or ignored or try to avoid or run from. It's a message. It's an opportunity. Obstacles are opportunities. Spirit keeps reminding us. Okay? You've got to, you can't avoid the pain. You have to walk through it. You can't avoid the fear. You have to walk through it. You can't avoid the uncomfortable. Guys, you can't walk around it. You have to walk through the door. So, your this beautiful future means, Maria, what Eckhart Tolle teaches. Stop resisting the pain. Allow yourself to feel the pain. And in doing so, the resistance goes away because the pain is just the resistance to what you don't like, to what you've identified as lost. And your husband says, Maria, nothing has been lost. I haven't gone anywhere. I came to partner as we agreed, and I departed at the perfect time when my soul gave permission for me to depart. Not God and source, you are God and source, you are God and source. His soul has that free will and chose. That's what you agreed because you have another phase you need to move on to. And in order for you to move on to that, that required his departure. There's more coming. And you guys were in partnership in this. He's not going anywhere. Okay. He's in your soul family. He loves you unconditionally. He'll always be there. But you have another future waiting, right? You have another phase to create a family life with. And in order to be open to receive that, you have to heal. And the healing means allowing. Hi, Brenda. The healing means allowing. Okay. And you get this. Good. Yeah, you get this. So before I leave you with him and we move on to our next reading, I'm asking him, so what must you do? Okay. He said the healing. Part of that healing means you need to learn how to transform that relationship with him and transform your identity in your life onto the new and future self. Okay. So you have to re identify now from being his wife with the vision and image of him as your partner to being you as you are. So you are free and open, having his love and his relationship, his connection now in spirit. That is a part of you. You just have to transform. Okay. Erlich, I know you're there. Thank you for letting me know. And that's awesome. Thank you. All right. So it says, I feel this trying to heal. Thank you so much. Yes. So Star Wars almost had it, saying don't try, right? Thank you, Geraldine. This is beautiful. And thank you, Maria's husband, for that. I'm only the messenger. It's not trying is this energy laced with this effort, right? Hi, Amy. When Star Wars is trying to say, when the Star Wars Yoda's trying to say, "Don't try," right? Do not try. Well, that really is about so allow, Maria, allow the pain, allow the tears, allow the regret, allow every emotion you have, and do not feel guilty about it. Get it out. Allow it to come through your system. Journal, run, do yoga, sing, cry, write. Understand that you will always have the sorrow of missing him and accept that. It is the resistance that causes our pain. It's not what we think it is that causes our pain. It is our resistance to what it is we think we don't want. And resistance, as Eckhart Tolle says, is synonymous with thought and mind and ego. Okay? That's what you're overcoming yourself because your husband hasn't gone anywhere. Okay? So stop trying to be comfortable in grieving, in your sorrow. Let it be. Let it be raw. And as Mother Teresa said, when it hurts enough, you come back around to just love. Okay? That will speed up the healing process because healing has to happen in its own time, but the more we resist the pain of healing, the longer it takes. Okay? You fall into acceptance, Maria. Acceptance is the key, he's saying. Acceptance is the key. As you accept, you will balance out the energies that come back to you, and you will open yourself up to a whole new future, okay? He's with you. He says keep talking to him. Understand that when our loved ones pass on, your relationship has not ended. They have merely been transformed. You just need to learn to transform your end of the relationship, okay? Let him guide you in that because he already knows how. He's already doing it, okay? And everything will be okay. And your spirit team is behind you. And just stay present. And then please keep me posted. Okay, go like and follow me on my social medium page, guys. If you don't like and follow the page, you won't get my notifications. So go ahead and do that. Make sure you like this if you find this valuable so more people can find Veronica's page with all of her amazing readers, okay? Maria, so much love and peace to you. I thank your husband for the peace he gave me tonight to feel. And keep me posted, okay? Thank you. Geraldine says a beautiful reading. Faye says, I'm very intelligent. Well, I am merely a vehicle of the intelligence coming through me, Faye, and you hear a lot of my cosmic memory speaking, okay, my soul speaking. So I'm glad you're enjoying this. Thank you. You're welcome, Maria. All right, you guys. I love it. Keep me posted, guys, in all these readings. Please come back to me and keep me posted. All right, now we're going to go back to Rolik, who's waiting patiently as well. All right, guys. Let's see here. Log. Uh, all right. Hi, Geraldine. All right, guys. From your father. Like, thank you for being patient. Guys, again, I'm sorry. I noticed that usually when I see people doing online readings, they do a much better job than I do about being very quick. And Spirit does ask me to speed it up, to not spend so much time on the free online readings, to get to as many people as possible. So I apologize. I know a lot of you have been patient a really long time, but just keep in mind there is value in what's coming through for everyone that you can benefit from. So that's good. I won't be on too much longer because then I get hungry and shaky and I end up getting sick. So I'm going on 3 hours here shortly. So I'll have to shortly. All right. Let's touch in base here with your father here. Oh, well, he's very joyful here. Uh, let's see here. Um, there's a lot of gratitude going on here, um, for you being patient and waiting. Not so much, just to connect, Froelich, because he says that he connects with you every day, and maybe not in the way that you think. It's not that he needs to connect with you, it's that he is there supporting you and with you all the time present. He's there when you think of him, when you are wanting to get advice and asking questions and wish he was there. Guys, you gotta understand they're not there with us because they need us and they need to be. They're there with us because they're trying to support us and they know we feel that we need them, okay? So, first and foremost, he wants you to know he's there and he appreciates your patience, for the opportunity to connect. Then he's showing me, um, some energy, um, spider bite, as I mentioned before. Thank you. I'm glad I'm doing great, and I'm sorry about the sound, but again, for those of you that have that little phone icon next to your name, those are the ones of you showing me that your sound is spotty. It might just be connected to your phone. So so like, you know, first of all, your dad does have, um, other messages for you, but just so all of you know, the number one thing spirit wants when they come to connect, we tend to have all these big visions, um, of these big important messages that we want them to give us, or profound questions and things that we want them to change for us, these big mysteries we want them to share with us, and that usually honestly is not the case because we're here to work that out here, and they do guide us, but we're here to work our things out, right? The most important thing they want us to know is that they are still there, that life goes on, they haven't gone anywhere, and that they're safe and happy and okay, and that they're with us and they love us, okay? And everybody wants obviously something other than that. But because of where I'm gonna go with this with you, girl, like, I want you guys to understand that although they can give us advice and guidance, they're observing us, okay? And I don't mean observing like they're invading our privacy, they're not. But when we think of them, or we feel them, or we want to meet them, they're there, okay? But their job, though, in guiding, supporting us is not the same as it was here. So we have to be careful not to personify our questions and the things that we want, based on the advice we would want them to necessarily give us when they were here, because they have stepped out of that realm, okay? What he is showing me, Rolik, is there is actually, there is turbulence in the energy, more he's showing me the mental energy of your life, and primarily of the, um emotional stability that he sees. It doesn't mean you're emotionally stable. It means that he sees changing frequencies and instability in the consistency of the energies in your interactions, in your relationships, in your life, okay? Now, you may or may not be aware of this. This is what he is showing me, and it's something that grabs his attention from the other side. Usually, when souls bring this up, either things that they realize and recognize are happening with the relationship in the person's life, or they recognizing that their loved one is needing to move on or grow and change, um, out of particular social or work circles, and a lot of times, the person may interpret that as they want change or they want a promotion or they're having, um maybe inner conflicts or questions or doubts about something, or maybe they're not receiving, or they don't they're receiving the love and support of people that they're in relationships with, or their sights are on, um, social circles or relationships that are not in their best interest for their personal interactions, okay? Hi, Nita. So he's showing me this when it comes to his biggest concern for you right now, and if he were to give you guidance and advice on this, he is saying that this is the point for him that stands out the most when he looks at you. And when they look at us in our lives, they see different things that sort of, um, shine, that stand out, that are, prominent because they look at us and they see light, energy, and vibration frequency, and they see lights, darks, and they see speeds of vibration, and they see our paths laid out ahead of us in form of possibility, right? And right now, bro, like, he's showing me, um, it's not just a fork in the road like the Robert Frost poem, it's like 3 forks in the road. And he's showing me your frequency is sort of it's at a point right now where you could go straight ahead, you could veer off to the left, or you could veer off to the right. And what he's saying is that neither one of those paths is incorrect. It will lead you down the same challenges as you have as a soul for your personal growth and evolution. Um, but the one that he sees in the center straight ahead of you, that's the path that sort of more you're heading towards right now. He says that's actually more in sync and more in alignment for a smoother path that is more familiar with the paths you've walked before. He says if you veer off to the left, you veer to the right, which are a little more unfamiliar paths. He says that they have a much greater learning curve for you, and he also says they involve, um, a greater change in people in your life, a greater change in your social situation. Um, oh, you're welcome, Kellyanne. I can, but I'm not at the bar. I can't always do this, and I can't always do when Veronica years after me. So I'm glad you're um, so I'm asking him, can he give guidance as to how you know and, how to get past, um, that he's correcting me on what my question is. Um, so I was gonna ask your father how to get over of indecision or how to pick which path, and he laughed and he said that you're not as aware of the challenge of 3 options or aspects of the decision as I think you are. He's correct. And I'm saying, "Okay" to him. And he's saying, so he wants me to describe it as, um, he's saying the best way to guide it for you is to look at it in terms of your gut feeling. Okay. In other words, don't stray from your gut feeling. He says, don't overthink and stray from your gut feeling. He's showing me that you're learning a lot very quickly and that this can often influence anyone's decision. And he says, no matter how information you attain, require you to observe or figure out to make a good. He says, in the end, go with your gut feeling because your gut includes this is important. You really need to listen to this, okay? Because these things, it's easy to hear my words, easy to miss what they're saying. People do it all the time. They come back to me the next week and they ask me the same question. Okay. It is easy to misinterpret, but the gut, okay, let me say this different way. The gut feeling contains information that you maybe not yet intellectually or consciously aware of. This is true for all of you. Why is this important? This is important because remember, you're only aware of 5% 5% of your conscious mind. That means, Roland, what you are processing and listening to me saying, how you are judging and filtering what I'm saying to you is the 5% of your mind you are consciously aware of. The rest of it, where your reactions to what I'm saying are coming from, is the 95% of your mind you are not aware of. Okay? So when he says follow your gut, that means your intuition is collecting information that your cognitive mind has not processed yet. Okay, got it. Good. So that's why he wants you to follow your gut. Now he says he did not always. And this comes from human life experience. He says there were many times that you were observing and learning from him that you saw him struggle because he did not follow his gut. And so he's saying now, if there was any, the best advice he could give you is that your gut will never lie to you. Okay. But he does say there is all this kind of stormy energy going on when it comes to the um the social interactions in your life, the relationship aspects of your life, not just personal. And tread very carefully and lightly right now and just listen to yourself and your gut. And he says that that means that you got to be stubborn because your life and the quality of it is going to count on it. Okay. And then you have to be. But get through the phase. And I'm asking how long this phase and when can you pan out? And he wants me to remind you that everything you give people to expands. So one of the reasons the advice he's giving you is important is because whatever you give your focus and your attention and your energy to is going to expand. That's what he wants you to stick to yourself, stay internal about it, keep things private, follow your gut feeling until you get through this phase. This is probably about 4 months. So we're looking here, March, April, May, June. So probably by like July, the beginning of August, he says, things are going to start to kind of pan out and there's going to be a shift in your life and you're going to experience some smooth sailing and you're going to get to start to see the benefits of the advice he's giving you. Okay. Wow, he's got a lot of confidence in you. He's got a lot of confidence in you. Um, and he's like, you got this, and I'm just so proud of you. He's so proud of you. He also says, thank you for the credit and the gratitude and the respect. Sorry, I got some chills there. That you give him the credit, respect, and the gratitude that you give him. Thank you. He thanks you for that. It's very honorable. Okay. Look, I'm gonna send you with your dad. And he says, when you hear like you just feel this big boost of confidence and validation, he says that's him. That's him patting you back, putting his hand over your shoulder and giving you a tight squeeze. That's you can feel it. Um, Intuition is the foundation of psychic abilities, guys. And the only difference between those of us doing readings for you and perhaps you, if you don't do readings, is the ability to tap into subtleties. That's it. Okay. It is Geraldine. Thank you. Um, so as you start to recognize the subtleties, Berlick, of him being there, they will get longer and stronger. And you don't have to ever tell anybody, but they're there. And for him, those signs are patting you on the back, putting his hand strongly on your shoulder and giving it a squeeze. Okay. And as you start to recognize that, it will become less and less subtle and more obvious until it's unmistakable. Okay. Even my husband, who doesn't believe in any of this, shares with me and with friends who lost their parents all the time the validation he gets from his parents. So even those of us guys who don't believe in this stuff can access that validation. Okay. Ehrlich, thank you for waiting. And please keep me posted because now that we've had this reading, at least this is what I find when I do readings for people, the mediumship readings, the connection between you and your dad has been open and validated, so it's gonna be a lot stronger for you now. So keep me posted on the development of that relationship, okay? And how things go. Mwah. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right, guys. Thank you. Good. Yes. I love to follow up with you guys. All right, my friends, let me try to round up here, do a couple more before I log off because my tummy is growling. I'm getting really hungry. Okay. Let's see. This has been a big mediumship night, guys. All right. Patrick, I guess, is still not here. Um, let's see. Mm, Geraldine, you're still there. Let's see here. Hi, Gemma. All right. Thank you for reading. Mom, please would make my day. Miss, I need to know if your dad or brothers are around. My brother, who is not. Thank you. Okay. So, Geraldine, you're there. Guys, without offending anyone, I want to make a request, if you would not. Um, let's see, Geraldine. Um, so just because I have so much going on when I'm reading these, if you please in the future, if you guys could use punctuation in your sentences, I love you, Geraldine. No offense. I'm glad your post the way so that I can say this to everyone. But to be quite honest, on my posts and these things, when you guys, I was a trained editor, and you wouldn't see it from my posts because I do a lot of verbal posting and my phone messes it up. And I apologize. But without punctuation, your sentences and your posts have no meaning. And I know you guys kind of smudge this and somehow you guys try to read it, but the punctuation is everything. So if you could, when you guys write more than a sentence to me, make sure you put punctuation in it. It saves me time trying to figure out what you're saying. All right. So, um, love to connect with your mom, Geraldine. And where are you, Geraldine? Where are you located? Please, if you wouldn't mind. Um, so I'm inviting her in right now, and yeah, so they're all there together. Your mom, her dad, let's see, your brothers, and there's also an older lady there, Geraldine. There's an older soul there. Liverpool. I was picking up on the UK, but I didn't know where. Okay. Um, so who is the older lady? There's a grandmother-like figure there as well. So your mom and her dad, I think it's her dad's mother, her dad's mother. That's what I think it is. Because I asked, and the older one moved over next to your dad. So that would be your grandmother on your mom's side. Uh, wait a second. This older woman has moved over by your dad. I'm sorry, no, over by her dad. So that would be your mom's dad's mother. So that would be your grandmother, right? Got it. So she's there as well, actually. Um, okay. So they're actually all of them are collectively, are their brother, yes, but not just the brother, as well, because you're on a lot of this mon um, mental and emotional weight of this, and you're actually a huge energetic support, um, for your brother. So, Geraldine, I'm seeing let's just validate this here a little bit. I'm seeing a weaker body, I'm seeing, weight loss and, uh, an unhealthy skin tone, like more of a gray skin tone. Um, does this describe your brother that is unwell? Because this is what they're showing me. This is what I'm seeing. And I'm assuming that the description that they're giving me of him, um, is for a reason that they're heading somewhere with this. Um, and then okay, yes, spot on, okay. I wanted to make sure that's exactly who I'm looking at because that's what they're showing me. Now, I also see, it looks like um, let's see. Now, okay, so now they're giving me a ton of other information coming in as well, and this would also be for the brothers that passed, so I need to sort this out, okay? Um, who who had the liver issue? I'm seeing mega organ liver issue, um, but then I'm seeing, um okay, I'm also seeing a smoker. Who's the smoker? And then I'm seeing, um, the gray so, um, one of the things I know I'm jumping around, they're jumping around, so this is why I'm doing this, okay? One of the ways you're gonna be able to tell that your, uh how your brother is doing when he's doing better or when he's doing worse is going to be that gray coloration in his skin, okay? Um, let's see. Um, okay, you said you have liver problems. Do you mean, um, you mean he has liver problems? Okay, alright. You're showing me smoking and the liver problems. Okay. So, and then is he in and out of the hospital? They keep showing me him in a bed. Um, hi, Eileen. I'm just getting validation what they're showing me because since there's so many here, I wanna make sure it's the right one. Okay, so then they're showing me trying an effort to try different types of medications. Um, they're showing me that um, he is wary, not weary. He's weary. He's getting tired of these different attempts to try to heal him. The switchings of, um, treatments and medications, and they're telling me that, um, he needs to hang in there and to keep trying. Um, they're telling me to hang in there. They're telling me you are a huge support of that. You are a huge moral support because it becomes very depressing, um, and he's getting more and more depressed and trying to make all this effort to get better. They're showing me that he gets his hopes up and he gets really excited, not really excited, but, excited, like hopeful excited, not like, "Woohoo, it's a party," but, like, hopeful, and then feels like things aren't working, and that when as ill as he is, that everything seems to just take forever, and so he's feeling really hopeless is what they're showing me, and that you are like a lifeline, that you are the one helping to keep the hope and the spirit alive of things. They're also showing me, you said, "Yes, that's right." Okay. So you relate to that, that's good. So what they're showing me is that, it's going to take 2 or 3 different, uh, I don't know if I would say sources or resources to come together to help pull through this. They are showing me that he can pull through this. Um, you said, yes, he does starting to get confused. Okay. Um, well, so one of the things with, liver issues is that it can turn really quickly, they're showing me. It can turn really quickly one way or the other. And they're asking me to reassure and let you know that ultimately what ends up happening, um, will be free will choice. If he decides he's had enough, if he's decided that he wants to give up and not pushing things, that's okay, that's his choice. Um, but what they're showing me is that he needs to have, like, 3 different sources of helping, 3 different sources of treatment. So along with the and again, I'm not a doctor, I'm telling you what they are showing me, okay? They're showing me that along with his regular treatments, that there's 2 other forms of help and treatment that would benefit him. It looks like one of them is, um, a mental and emotional one. So having the right mental and emotional therapy and support to help him. That doesn't just mean, like, medicating him. It means that, he needs to get the tools he needs to work through, the mental and emotional aspects of this, okay? Um, so that's one thing that is really important. Let's see, he had aneurysm, that's why the gray. Yeah, that's why the grayness. Um, so that gray color that they described, that they showed me, Geraldine, um, that is often associated with, um, aneurysms, strokes, and things like that, okay? So, but the okay, hold on, I don't wanna lose the 3rd aspect. Um, so when you said well, up here, just, up here, you said you have liver problems, my brother smokes. What I got from that was that did you mean you have liver problems, you? Like, you? That's what I took from that. That when you wrote you didn't mean you meant I. Let me know if that's correct, if that's mistaken, okay? But yes, the gray is indicative of, stroke or aneurysm issues, okay? So I think that's why they showed me the gray. Um, the confusion, okay, so yeah, the confusion is not uncommon for that. He said he had it in his stomach, was operated on, has COPD, and hasn't been the same since, I think is what he meant. Since, I think he meant same since the operation. Okay. Yes, you have liver problems. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because what I saw was liver issues, smoking, and then for him, I saw that he had the gray discoloration and he was losing weight. Okay. So I'm sorry if I wasn't clear about that. We'll get to the liver stuff in a minute, okay? Because they said to me on the side, liver issues can go quickly one way or another, okay? They were throwing that in there, so we're gonna come back to that for you for liver, okay? I'm sorry, I wasn't referring to him for liver. Um, so let's get back to him. This is what happens when you do readings, things get jumped around because there's so much information coming quickly. He needs the 3 modes of treatment. So he needs the regular medical treatment that he's getting, and then he needs the mental and emotional support treatment that he's getting, to help with the confusion, but also to help with the depression, uh, and just the feeling of hopelessness, okay? And then What they're showing me is some sort of outside of the box treatment, okay? In other words, get off here. Oh, hey, sorry guys, kittens again. You're scratching on my the outside of the box treatment is something that's gonna help the energy, Gerald. So, something else. So, I'm sure he's probably getting therapy, and that's probably what they're referring to in showing me the 3rd form of treatment. But it would be good for him to have something that, um, gave him a different sense of well-being as well. And they're showing me that this component needs to be added in. So something that he loves that he can do, that will help with the confusion is what they're showing me when he gets out of the, um we can get his brain functioning more the way that he used to by course sort of slipping back into more normal activity. Um, that this would be very healing for him. So find something that he would enjoy that's a little more outside the box. It doesn't fall in line with normal therapy. It doesn't fall in line with the regular medical treatments. And it doesn't fall in line with the mental and emotional, psychological type of therapy, but it actually helps with his energy and well-being. Okay. Um, and we'll get to the problem for you in a bit. Okay. Um, I'm going to be starting a prayer circle on Sundays. I will be posting that. If you guys wanna follow my Larkin Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page, I'll be posting it there. Um, I do not believe that just praying out taking action over things that you need to be changing is the only answer. Even when Jesus was healing, he sent people off with, things they needed to do, okay? And I say this because, uh, I believe that collective prayer, and Veronica Jenkins does this too. You can find if you go to her lives, she can talk to you a lot about this as well. Um, and through Spiritualist Church, I think she does a lot of that work as well. I don't know exactly what she does, but I know she's very good at this. But the collective prayer along with these other things is very powerful, and the reason is because prayer is actually focused attention, it's manifesting. It's focused energy. So instead of taking your energy worrying, praying for what we don't want, it's really focusing, right, on a direct outcome, and I would recommend that as well because a lot of what your brother needs is an energetic turnaround in order to pull through this. My father had a stroke 5 years ago, and he has recovered beautifully, but these things take time. They take a while, and, your brother needs to be able to see that there is still life and light at the end of the tunnel, and that this is a long process, okay? And so, in order to keep his spirits up, which is very important for recovery, he needs that aspect, okay? So, you said he's not getting therapy, but he needs to. He needs to be getting okay? So remember I showed you they're showing me 3 aspects that he needs, not 3 aspects that he's getting, 3 aspects that he needs. He needs the physical treatments, he needs physical therapy, and he needs the mental and emotional therapy, okay? And then the 4th in that is the energetic work, so getting him out, getting him engaged in something that gives his life meaning again, okay? This is really important. This is probably where you really come in because you're gonna be the one inserting that. And then on top of that, I would add in the prayer aspect, okay? And your family is sharing this with me. Um, your brothers, your great-grandmother, your mom, and her dad, okay? They're sharing this. Um, let's see. You said, he's not eating, won't take his meds, started drinking since his brother died. Yeah, well, this is, unfortunately, guys, this is a way of coping with pain, right? And this is where the advice that they're suggesting, where he needs to have a new meaning given to life, he needs to start finding new things to live for, and the joy and importance in life again is very important. This is where the different types of therapy are important because in order for the mental and emotional therapy to work, he needs the physical therapy, and he needs to realize there's other things going on. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm having major I think the cats are getting tired of me doing readings. They're all bickering with each other. Um, okay. So here's the thing, Gerald, they're saying for you. I see your comment about he thinks he's a millionaire, he gets angry. Um, you're welcome. I hope you find this helpful. I can't fix your I can't fix this issue by sitting here and sharing this, but all I can do is share what they're sharing with me to give you. Okay. Here's the thing they want you to know. Okay. You're welcome. And then I want to get into your liver aspect of things. Okay. What they want you to understand is that you can be there for him, but he is not your responsibility. In other words, it is not, you are the liaison for your family for him right now. You are his cheerleader, you are like his lifeline, but ultimately, his human self, his ego, is going to choose what it wants to choose. And what they want you to know is, and hear this very carefully, no matter what he chooses, it's okay because it's his choice. No matter what he chooses, it's okay because it's his choice and he has free will. Okay. Our ego and our love for others causes us to want them to choose what we think is best for them and what we think they should choose. But that's not always what's best for them. If in the end he decides he is miserable and he decides that he does not want to do these things, um, that's okay. It's his choice. Okay. So they want you to know that you do what you can do, what you need to do without the detriment to yourself. All right. That's one of the hardest things to do. But your family is just as concerned about you as they are about him because they know his habits and patterns, they know where he is, and they know what his choices are. And you can be there for him and love him, but you also must let him be as he chooses. Okay. And they are not going to be disappointed in you if you're not miraculously able to save him. Got it? Not your job. Um, I think you mean I feel like he's giving up. Yes. Um, yes, that's the energy sense that they get as well. I pick up on that as well. And so what they gave me today was the what he needs in order to help him not give up, and at the same time, um, that it's okay if he chooses to give up. Because as humans, our ego dies with our body, right? So we're always about, "Oh, save, don't give up." But remember, it's his life and his choice, and it's the end of this particular life for him, but it's not the end, right? To if he chooses to check out, um, when he gets to the other side, he will get to see what the consequences of that was. He's ultimately okay because he's back to where he was before he incarnated, and he gets to choose what next. Uh-oh, I'm gonna come back and do this again. Or, "Ooh, wow, I learned this from that." Okay? So just remember, you be responsible for you, and he has to make his choice, and his family wants you to know that they're aware of that. They know that, and they know you're doing the best you can, and they do not expect you to save him, okay? You can't. You can't save him. He can save himself, and it's up to him. But either way, he'll be okay, right? What he does with his life is his free will, all right? Now, let's talk about the liver aspects for a little bit. before we move on here. I have people trying to get a hold of me. So, guys, in 15 minutes, I have to get off. I'm trying to get to as many of you as I can, but I will have to get off. I've only been able to stay on here because there's no readers after me um, on Veronica's page here. Don't forget, if you like this, please like it so more people can find Veronica's page. If you want to follow me more and you want to learn more about the your spirit guides and join the All About Spirit Guides coming up, and you want to follow me more and the readings I do throughout the week, please find my Larkin Psychic Medium page listed down here. Like and follow it, and you'll be able to follow what I do. Okay. You're welcome from the bottom of my heart, Geraldine. Um, I will just say this. Um, you are doing what they're showing me is the right things. I don't like the word the right things, but that's what they're showing me as far as caring for yourself. They are saying you can expand on what you're doing for yourself with prayer, meditation, visualization, and some health shifts. They're also saying if to get some if you're concerned and you want some more outside information as far as your health and liver. Again, guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you what they're sharing with me. I'm not telling you to do anything different medically. I'm just saying they're showing me that you can reach out and find some alternative ways to support um, your liver health and your well. And as you support your higher well-being, that is going to help your health as well. Okay. So as far as caring for your liver, um, you know, find some things that help open up your energy and your healing process and keep your body as healthy as you can so that your body can heal itself. Okay. Hi Diana, thanks from Montana. Welcome. Okay. Um, so that I'm gonna send your loved ones with you, Geraldine. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see what we have here, guys. I'm gonna scroll up to where Spirit has guided me. Um, let's see here. Um, hold on a second, guys. Um, let's see. Thank you so much. Bless you and you, Geraldine. Thank you for your read for you. All right, guys. Let's see here. Let me see who else I can start up here. Mm, you guys have hung up a long time. Wow. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, Patrick was gone. All right. Um, let's see. Guys, here's what I'm going to share with you. I want to share this with you. Um, Veronica has amazing readers on here every day of the week. If you have not gotten a reading today, please know that Spirit knows who is on here and who wants and needs a reading. You will get a reading at just the right time for you. Okay? With just the right reader. If you guys want a reading with me, I'm here on Fridays, sometimes between 4 and 5 EST, which is 9, 10 BST time. I'm also going to be on 2 or 3 other times a week. If you're interested in joining me for live reading, please follow my Larkin Psychic Medium page on here. Follow and like it. The My Powerful Choices page is mindset coaching. I do have an Awaken Your Intuition program. If you guys want to learn how to follow your intuition and trust your intuition better and connect better with your spirit, learn mediumship and that sort of thing, we cut through all the BS and we get to genuine um, intuitive abilities. Okay. I have a Your Spirit Guides event coming up March 28th. I only take 20 people and it's absolutely free. You can find the registration registration posted to my Larkin Psychic Medium page, the one that's listed down here, if you'd like and follow that, okay? Within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna have an all about spirit guides live free event. Also, if you follow my Psychic Medium page, you'll be able to participate in ask questions about spirit guides, see if you want to participate in the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, okay? Um, and I do have the Awakening Your Intuition program. If you feel stuck and you want to know which direction to go and you want to schedule a free discovery call, a 20-minute discovery call with me, that is posted to my Powerful Choices page and the Psychic Medium page down here. I do so many of those a week. They are free, and I give you an evaluation as to who I think would be best for you to work with and coach with if you need that. What I think can help you the next step that you can take to get the help you need. You are never stuck, okay? Even if it seems that way. My goal is to try to empower you. So I have been on now for almost 3.5 hours. I am starving. I am shaky. I need to eat. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget if you liked this, please like it so more people can find Veronica's page. And I will see you very soon. If you're interested in having me tune in here on Sundays for a prayer circle, please let me know and we can try to organize that as well. Okay. I want to thank you all for tuning in, for all your patience. I love you guys all so much. And I will try to get a I'll try to read for you. If I did not get you to hear, I'll try to read for you soon. Okay. Mwah. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Nita. Have a great night. Bye bye.